SF Giants 49er. And also, hello, welcome. It's Friday night here on Saving Throw, and that means it's time for Wildcards. We will be continuing to explore the hallowed and haunted halls of academia in the East Texas University setting using the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition rule set. And thank you very much for joining us, guys. We're so glad to have you here. My name is Jordan Caves-callarman. I am the dean of this table and fictional school, and this is what we're doing tonight. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do some wild cards, play some games, maybe talk at each other like we're other people other than who we are. So before we get started, I just maybe someone doesn't know what the plan is. Before we get started, let's meet everyone here at the table. We're back. We're up to the full complement of study group members, and no, we are going to meet everyone at the table. That is non-optional. What I would like from you guys tonight, I would like to know your name. I would like to know your character's name, and I would like to know which class in your academic career, your player's academic career, you came the closest to failing. Which class did you come the closest to failing, and why? Okay. That is what I would like to know tonight. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
No.
Okay.
No, all right, you can go first.
Hi, my name is Jordan Pridgeon, and the character I play is Josh Sawyer. And in my actual academic career, I didn't come close.
Wow.
What?
High fives all around. High fives all around. High fives all around. All right.
Look,
yes.
In my academic career, I didn't just come close. I just straight up failed.
You straight up failed.
And I would say, I'll just list the first time this happened.
Okay. The most dramatic time.
Well, this was the most dramatic time because I was a freshman in college, and I had a math class that was after so I had Italian first thing in the morning, and that was all the way across the campus from where I lived. And then I had a math class immediately after it, that started 10 minutes after the Italian class ended. Okay. That was all the way on the other side of campus.
Okay.
So I just had to basically run across campus to actually get there. And every time I got there, the entire rest of the class would already be there, and I'd have to sit way off to the side and in the back. And the teacher had a thick Russian accent. A really thick Russian accent, and it was multivariable calculus.
Oh my God.
I couldn't read the board. And I sat there every day just being like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening in this class. And I just straight up failed it. I had no idea what was happening.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
At any point, did you raise this issue with your teacher? That you could not see the board? Or understand what was happening.
My style.
Sure. I just wanted to check. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
So you failed?
Also, at that point in my academic career, I had never failed anything like that. So I was like, this can't possibly actually happen, right? I'm sure it'll work out. I bet I understand it better than I think I do. And so I didn't ever bring it up, and I just failed, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I didn't ever take any more complicated math courses, and was never planning on it. So it didn't feel like that important a thing to keep doing. It was just I'm taking a math course, because the way it always worked in high school and elementary school was after you finish your math course, you take the next most advanced math course. And I realized in college that was stupid. I didn't need to know multivariable calculus. I would never need to know it. I wasn't going to be a math major.
Well, great news. You don't know it. So that worked out well. Thank you for sharing that with us. That's Josh Sawyer, played by Jordan Pridgeon.
He did say that.
You got it.
Yeah.
I almost tried to give you a really weird last name. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. Hi, my name's... Can I go next?
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Zook, and I play Ron Tagath Stevens, and the closest I got was in a logic course in community college. I got a D+.
A D+?
Yes.
Okay.
And basically I didn't get it. I did not I was doing really well the first few weeks when it was just if this, then that. If this, then not that. If not that, then not this. That I got. And
Pretty straightforward stuff.
And then it got into really complicated logic queries and puzzles and stuff, and the teacher was not good at explaining it. And I did go to the professor, and he was like, what's going on? Why are you not doing well? And I'm like, this is really complicated. I don't get it. And he's all like, well,
It's logic.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, good.
Have you tried thinking harder?
Yeah. But he was like, well, I'm just going to give you a D+. And I'm like, cool. And then when I transferred to a 4-year, they were like, what's this one? I'm like, logic. Really? Do you care? Like, this is not in my trajectory. Is logic going to fulfill anything for my major? And they're like, well, you almost failed it.
You're like, fine, I tried something different and was punished.
Yeah. You were like, yeah, but
I'll never
didn't.
make that mistake again.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing that. That is Ron Tagas Stevens, played by Dom Zook. Let's jump across to the other side of the table. Who wants to go?
I'll go.
Okay, I hope it's a math class.
It's not.
Damn.
Wait, because they were both math?
Yeah.
Oh, I can make it math.
No, do the one you were gonna do.
Okay.
How
Hi.
many classes did you almost fail?
I could change my story. I have other options.
Yeah, no, I know. Just do the one you were gonna do.
What? Are you insinuating them too smart to fail classes?
Let's keep it going.
I don't know what that meant.
Got a lot of
I
ground
don't know
to
why
cover
you asked me
tonight.
that.
A lot of ground to cover.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Grav Gulati, and I play Calvin Everett Jr. And the class I almost failed, or got very close to, was in high school, in my senior or junior year, I don't remember. I took a mechanics class, and basically this was beginner mechanics. You don't work on cars. You start with lawnmower engines. You basically take them apart, put them back together. They work. You pass the class.
Was it a popular class?
Is this the reference to the magazine?
Yes.
Okay. So I went to the class and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I've always liked machines and how they work. And we went in and it was just like, here's a worksheet, watch this video. And the video was a movie. It wasn't a video related to the worksheet. It was do the worksheet, watch the movie. And he was like, all right, take the worksheet home. Bring it back tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm not learning anything. What are you telling me? And the next day people come and like, oh yeah, this is how you do this. And I'm like, what? How do you know this? He didn't teach us any of this. He's like, I just picked it up. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Were you watching the video?
The video has nothing to do with mechanics.
There was one scene.
So I was very confused. I had to try very hard not to fail that class because the teacher it was just a room next to the gym that you were like, yeah, come over and we'll teach you some mechanics. And it was like one lawnmower engine that 3 people worked on. This is great.
That sounds great.
Great.
Sounds like education did not fail you at all.
But I irked it out.
That's Calvin Everett Jr., played by Gaurav Gulati. And last but not least...
Hi, my name is Meghan Caves, and I play Adelaide Blackbutt.
Blackbutt.
That's not what I said. Anyway.
Blackbud.
That's clearly what I
Blackboot.
said.
Blackboot.
So a class that I failed.
Or almost failed, or came closest to failing.
Meghan failed.
Yeah.
Oh, almost failed? Those are two different classes.
Whichever. I mean, the story, the most dramatic time you failed or almost failed the class.
Or lie about something.
I failed math freshman year of college.
That's why I was hoping it was math, because I knew that was her answer, and then everyone said math. That
Mechanics
would be...
involves math.
No, it's
It
not the same.
was pre-calculus, and I'm not good at math. I can do geometry, but
I wasn't good at math. I just didn't take those classes because I knew I wasn't good.
We had to take
I see.
one math class, and I took logic instead because I failed that one.
Yeah.
You tried.
I tried, yeah, Megan and I were in that math class together, and I tried as hard as I could to help her out with the concepts, but it didn't take.
I was good at math up until exactly multivariable calculus.
Up until exactly then.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
the class we met.
Algebra 2 is the highest we had to go.
Well, that's Adelaide Blackwood, played by, I want to say, Missy Caves. So thanks very much, guys, for those answers. And thank you to all of you who have already tipped or subbed tonight. And let's go ahead and go down the list of people. Ironic Razor, thank you very much for the sub. Owen Lean and SF Giants 49er, thank you guys very much for the tips. Peg Jody and W Nelson 001, thank you guys for the resub. Ozark Howler, thank you for the tip. And the Jersey Driver, thank you guys for the resub. And Heart of Handprints, thank you very much for the tip.
Hello.
Who are these people? Why are we thanking them? And what are they doing? Wyatt Sand, thank you very much for the sub. These are people who are supporting the endeavors that we try to endeavor to do here on Saving Throw. We're an independent channel with no major financial corporations backing us, even under the table. So we get by largely due to the support of our viewers. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing and you're having fun and you want us to continue to develop more new, exciting, dynamic content to bring to you at all hours of the day, whether you want it or not, whether your computer's on or not, please do consider tipping during the show. It means a lot to us and it does help us keep everything going.
I just checked.
Did you check?
Nothing under the table.
Nothing under the table. That's great. Dirk Portley, thank you very much for the resub.
Thank you so much.
God, I have
honestly.
to ban this guy. Hold on.
And as a fun side effect of all tips, all cash tips and all bit cheers over 100 bits, they go towards unlocking reward tiers that can have sometimes small, sometimes large, sometimes crazy effects on the game or the campaign as a whole. To see what they are tonight, you can enter !unlocks in the chat pane and follow that link. If you need the donation link, you can enter !tips in the chat and follow that. And also, don't forget, if you sub, resub, or gift a sub during tonight's show, you can give a point of extra credit to anyone here at the table, including myself, the Dean, including the table itself. Everyone can get, including that one cricket that we're probably going to be hearing a lot for the rest of the night. Extra credit functions as a limited reroll and is very, very helpful to the players here at the table. It's also helpful to me in my efforts to challenge and otherwise stymie the players at the table. So please do let us know in chat who you would like to give your points of extra credit to. You would be letting Rick Bear know because Rick Bear is running everything behind the scenes tonight. Thank you, Rick.
Yay!
And thank you to FD Every for the resub.
Thanks, FD Every.
I think that's all of that stuff. So, one other thing I'd like to bring up, we have though we are not backed by them, we do have a partnership with a couple of very lovely companies that make all manner of fine exotic wares for your gaming table needs. The first of which is Elderwood Academy. You can go onto their website using our affiliate link, which you can find in the chat if you enter !Elder. Yes?
Exclamation point Elderwood.
!Elderwood. Follow that link. That's our affiliate link for all manner of very fine wood products for your gaming table and other things. Enter the Rectangle, thank you for the tip. And Peck Shane, thank you very much for the resub.
Thank you.
Also, Norse Foundry, we have a partnership with as well. If you go onto their website, and one of the things you're going to want to go onto their website for are their amazing metal dice that are super cool looking. We got to get up close and personal with those at Gen Con. And very soon-ish, maybe, there might be a very special Wildcard set of dice available for sale on there. If you use the promo code SavingThrowShow when you're checking out, you save 10% off of your order. I recommend buying some dice for yourself now, but saving up to also buy yourself some dice when the Wildcards dice come out, because they're going to be sweet.
It's gonna be great.
And
you could
they're
also
gonna be cool.
And then you could also get a fancy dice holder thing from Elderwood Academy.
You can, yeah. You can get those, and
It won't hold the wildcard stuff.
no, those are
It'll be
different.
slightly different.
Yeah.
Sure.
Very different.
That's for
This one is
Wildcard
too
Juniors.
So that's something to keep in mind. I believe, do we have a Norse Foundry info link?
Norse.
!Norse in the chat. You want exclamation point information? We got it in spades. Enter !spades to see all of the different exclamation marks that we have in chat. That's not real, but please do flood the chat.
Oh my god, we actually should make exclamation points.
I don't know if we can do that.
Like
pretty
lists
good.
all of them.
There is, as you do exclamation point commands.
Don't
that
tell
will
them.
fall
Oh man,
before
that's
we-
boring though.
But if we change it to, or if we also added exclamation points that did all of them.
Like written out?
Yeah.
Cool.
New clock.
What?
Yeah.
I just
Oh, they can't see that though.
pretend
Can't
there's
they?
a new clock there in your room.
We have a new clock.
Look above your computer and say
Is
new
it-
clock.
Wait, I have a question. Is this still 3 minutes off?
Nope.
With all of that having been said, students.
Oh.
Class is in session.
Alright, time to go to sleep.
Let's start with handing out some bennies and maybe drawing a curse card. What say you?
My glasses are
Also-
broken.
Can you roll 2d6 for me really quick?
Yes, I can.
My
Sure can.
glasses.
So, I believe we have 3 points of extra credit
So the seven,
for
that better not be a.
Calvin Everett
6.
Jr.
Ooh.
Calvin Everett Jr., 3 points for you. Sorry, not extra credit. Bennies. These are 3 bennies. 3 bennies for Adelaide Blackwood. Looks like 3 bennies for Joshua Sawyer. I'm sorry, Lucky Sevens has failed you, but you did gain administrative privilege, so you do get the connections
You know
edge
where-
with 1 non-teacher at ETU this semester.
Where Lucky
boy.
Sevens went.
Lucky Sevens traveled directly
Oh.
to your left.
Son of a...
To Rontagoth Stevens. Rontagoth Stevens now gets 4 points. 4 bennies.
Looks
because
like
of,
somebody's gonna have a bad semester.
I would so love to see Sawyer versus Ron.
No. This is gonna be Jordan attacking Dom.
I'd also like to see that.
This would also be good.
Yeah, that would be very fun.
And then I also get a Benny for each of you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then let's go ahead and draw for your curse table,
Okay.
Adelaide. We are still using the still in development curse table 2.0. We'll call it.
Draw the one that gives you like added points.
I want Stinky.
Table
I want
2.0.
What are you doing?
She's so lit up and cursed. Look how cursed.
How about...
It's like you're in a tanning
This one.
machine.
What'd you get?
Does it? It's a jack of spades.
Not
A
anymore.
jack.
The Jack
Um,
of Spades. The Jack.
Technology completely fails this session. See the anti-technology hindrance. If the
Oh,
character
damn
already
it.
has that hindrance, subtract 1 from any result on the anti-tech table. So Adelaide, what I need you to do you have an ETU book over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to pull up the anti-technology hindrance table. It's towards the beginning of the book. You can take some time to find it. And go ahead and put a little bookmark in there. And anytime you, Adelaide, feel like you want to use some technology tonight, just go ahead and we'll do a little roll on that table and see what comes your way, Adelaide. You're not entirely sure why, Adelaide, but of late, technology just seems to go on the fritz. It's almost like anytime you walk by, or touch it, or look at it wrong, it just kind of ceases to be. Not that it winks out of existence, just it ceases to be technology and becomes just an expensive tangle of metal and wires. So that's not been ideal, but you're working through it.
Yes.
We got Bennies, we got a curse card. Let's talk about what happened last time. Last time, Joshua Sawyer was gone to Italy, where his parents were renewing their vows. It was a non-optional trip that took him away from school. In his stead, the study group met up with a non-traditional student, about 34 years of age, named Edgar, who was having a little bit of a problem with some stolen costumes from the drama department. And in the course of tracking them down, the study group and Edgar found that these costume thieves all appeared to be young versions of Edgar inhabiting many of the roles that he had played in his youth back when he thought he was a hotshot drama student. And in finding which specific weakness or what specific want any of these very famous Shakespeare characters had, they were able to regain the costumes and make it further and further down through the layers of Edgar's psyche until finally a confrontation with Tybalt, a sword fight with Tybalt, no less, in the anthropology building, brought everything to a close. That is what happened last time. But this time, that's not going to happen. This time, we're doing other things. And this time, it is important to note, last week's episode took place chronologically before our Gen Con Spring Break live show. This week's episode takes place chronologically after the Spring Break live show. Elias Sniper, thank you very much for the tip.
thanks.
And
Thank you.
Vivantar, thank you very much for the raid. Shields up, everyone. We got raiders in chat. But we very much appreciate them being here.
Welcome, Raiders.
That having been said, I think it's time for some shots.
Yeah.
Many alumni.
Buzzballs.
Yeah, we're not doing shots
No.
tonight. We're doing buzzballs.
No more buzzballs.
Get your balls buzzed.
But we do have some alumni association members who bought us some shots. Owen Lean bought us a shot. Raise your red solo cups. Gotta be honest. When I saw an uncut uni production of Hamlet, I kind of wished the lead would just stuff a piece of pizza into his mouth and vanish too. But then, a few years later, I got to see Tennant's production, so I win. Raise them up and chug! Thank you very much, Owen Lean. You do indeed win. I would have loved to have seen David Tennant play Hamlet.
Oh,
I would've sounded-
Heart of Handprints, thank you very much for the tip.
I bet he'd be a
you.
good Hamlet.
Victor Von Doom 2099 bought us a shot. Last week compels me. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once.
That sounds cool.
Raise them up
That sounds
and
cool.
chug! Thank you very much, Victor Von Doom 2099.
Shit.
Vampire 54 bought us a shot.
Bubba Flub.
Bubba Flub, thank you very much for the tip.
Bubba Fluff.
Bubba Flub.
From Vampire 54.
The best name ever.
Wonderful news. I've heard that we are very close to shipping starting on Suede.
Yeah.
Woo! Next thing you know, we'll have print books.
Print,
That's right.
books, print,
Coming
books.
up soon, raise them up and chug!
Chug!
Thanks very much, Vampire 54.
All right.
And if you were a backer for the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition Kickstarter, August 21st is the projected start date for the first wave of shipping. So watch your mailbox.
I think at least me and you, I don't remember if anyone, we're gonna get
did.
some fancy print books.
Oh, I
yeah, but those are going to come later.
I did.
Those are going to come later.
Fancy.
Wait, did
You
we
did?
also get non-fancy ones?
We did.
Yay!
But they may all come at the same time. I don't know. SF Giants 49er bought us a shot. I'm glad that I start this day, my birthday, with the best internet show, the Wildcards. Raise them up and chug!
Chug!
Thanks very much, SF Giants
Thank
49er.
you.
And once again, happy
Happy
birthday
Happy
to you.
birthday!
Happy birthday.
Hope you enjoy it. Hope it's a great day.
Yeah.
Fractured Avatar 13 bought us a shot. A shot to Rick Berman, the custodian and true hero of ESU? May he someday receive tenure. Good luck, all. Maybe I'm gonna guess that was ETU, unless this is ETU's rival sister school.
Wait, who's Rick Berman?
Rick Berman
Berman?
is obviously the executive producer of many Star Trek DS9, other things. This is
Making
clearly...
Okay, and raise him up and chug.
Chug!
Thanks very much,
I
Fractured
can't tell
Avatar.
if that's a
Yeah.
dumb joke or not.
That felt
That's
like
absolutely true. Rick
A
Berman,
dumb
look it up.
joke.
I think
Ozark
he might have meant Rick Bear, but...
Ozark Howler
Oh.
bought us a shot. Just to be clear, last week was before both tonight and 2 weeks ago. Tonight is after both, and 2 weeks ago was before tonight, but after last week.
Yes.
I believe that tracks. Raise him up and chug!
That's 100% correct.
I said it one way, but Ozark Howler explained it much more succinctly.
Yeah.
WC Plays, thank you very much for the resub.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lady Imago bought us a shot. That was some spring break. I got so wasted, I barely remember what happened. Raise him up and chug! Thanks very much, Lady Imago. The brave little Clinster bought us a shot. What's in a name? That which we call a Rosa by any other name would be a sweet ride. Raise
Sweet.
him up and
Nice.
chug! Thanks very much, brave little Clinster.
A sweet red.
Enter the Rectangle bought us a shot. To catching Wildcards live from New Zealand 2 consecutive weeks.
Whoa.
Screw you, Sir Sanford Fleming, inventor of time zones. Raise him up and chug. Nobody checked to see if that's accurate. I
Gotta
just
be.
want to live in that world.
It feels like an Archer.
I'm sure it is accurate. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
that's probably right.
It feels like an
a
Archer
contemporary
moment.
of Don
You guys watch
Wilson.
Archer at all?
No.
Oh, never mind.
All right. Elias Sniper bought us a shot. Just started lunch. Wanted to say thank you for all the hard work you put into this channel. Looking forward to watching the whole show after my shift ends at 5. With love from Iowa, Elias.
Woo!
Raise him up and chug!
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Elias,
Thank
and
you.
a good night to you tonight.
Enjoy your lunch.
I like that you sign
Or
your
a good-
toast like Ron signs his texts.
Sincerely. Bubba Flub bought us a shot.
Bubba Fluff.
Yeah, Bubba Flub.
Toast to my lovely wife, as like a Narnian.
Aw.
Raise him up and chug!
Bubba
That's a good way to buy a shot, Bubba Flub. Thanks very much.
Nice.
And also, oh man, we got some extra credits to hand out. Razor Tide would like to give a point of extra credit to someone contingent on the roll of this die. Is it even? Is it odd? Let us see. It is even. So even goes to the table.
Woo! Got
To
it.
the table
Thank
from
you.
Razor Tide. Desk would like to give 1 point of extra credit to Sawyer. This is actually from a couple weeks ago, but you weren't here last time to receive it, so
I'll
you
take
get
it.
it now. OFS
Thank you.
Chem would like to give 1 point of extra credit to the table.
Aw.
Yay!
Yes. Peg Jody would like to give 1 point of extra credit to the table.
Aw.
Yes. W Nelson 001 would like to give a point of extra credit to Ron. Stevens.
Hey, thank you.
Chris Spanish Spaniard, thank you very much for the resub.
Hey.
Spaniard.
The Jersey Driver would like to give a point of extra credit to Sawyer.
Yay, thank you.
Yes. Dirk Portley would like to give 1 point of extra credit to the Dean. No, just kidding, to Sawyer.
This is mine. From me to me.
Piece of crap.
Wyatt Sayin would like to give 1 point of extra credit to Adelaide.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
FD Every would like to give 1 point of extra credit to the table.
Yay.
People at
And
the table more than us.
WC Plays would like to give 1 point of extra credit to whoever Ron thinks does the best Ron impression.
Oh
Everyone
my
has to give me a
God.
Ron impression.
Everyone in character, give Ron a Ron
Wait,
impression.
wait,
character?
like Adelaide has
Yes,
to...
Adelaide doing a Ron impression,
You
Calvin
guys
doing a
should
Ron
do the best
impression,
one.
Sawyer doing a Ron impression. You know what? Let's hold off on that and we'll start the episode that way.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
cool. Yeah, we'll do it at some
We
point.
need to think about it for a
Yeah,
moment.
everybody think about how your character's going to do a Ron impression, and we will get back to that one. So, Rick, if you could, please leave that one up, and I will come back to it. Peg Shane would like to give 1 point of extra credit to me, the Dean.
Dean.
Thanks very much, Peg Shane. And Curse Spanish Spaniard would like to give 1 point of extra credit to whoever says draw first.
I mean,
I know you probably meant to wait until we got to a draw, but I knew no matter what, it was going to be her.
Thank
Because as
you.
soon as she hears the word draw in any context, outside the Wildcards table or at the Wildcards table,
Although-
she screams draw.
I will say, technically, you were the first person when he had probably given that sub to have said draw this episode because you said draw for your
he
curse.
narked it. He narked it. in
So I'm
favor of
just
you.
saying you were actually the first person to say draw. Just putting it out there.
But we all know that's not what he meant. That's following
though?
the letter of the law,
Is it
not
though?
the spirit of it.
Is it though?
I'm pretty sure.
Revolt in the chat if you think it's
Narc or Nork?
Revolt in the chat.
That's the question.
So that's our extra credit for right now. And it looks like before we get started, we've also gone ahead and unlocked some gosh dang reward tiers.
What?
Yay!
Already?
Gosh dang it.
That's
So
what
we have unlocked the first story reward tier called Lucky Sevens. This will not come into play this session. Instead, this will come into play next session.
Vegas again.
Next session, anytime someone at the table's final roll result is a 7, they gain a Benny.
Oh, neat.
That includes me, the dean.
No.
I like that idea.
It's pretty good.
Thanks very much. I came up with it. We have also unlocked a draw.
Ah!
Yep, there it is. And this draw is going to...
Not me.
You're right. It is going to Calvin Everett Jr. Calvin Draw.
Boy! All right, let's see what we got.
I hope it's the same
Bullseye.
one he got the past 2
Oh,
weeks.
no, it's not. Bullseye, even plate mail, has eye slits. Play after damage is rolled to double the total of a successful ranged attack.
All right. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Quintus J, thank you very much for the sub.
Thank you.
We have also unlocked the Conviction of Youth.
Youth!
Everything's coming up normal. The Conviction of Youth this evening goes to the Indomitable, the Inevitable, the Inimitable, Sawyer.
Ah!
Sawyer, you gain the
Youth.
Conviction of Youth, and the Conviction of Youth tonight is represented by that saving throw die, which I see you already
You can
have.
take this one and put it in my pocket?
Yeah, I would put that one on your pocket. You don't want to get those confused because one of them is only the Conviction of Youth and cannot be used in any other convicted setting.
Yep.
We have also unlocked a cheat token for the table.
Cheat.
The cheat token, I will remind you, can be spent to get a hint from me, the dean, about anything that is happening in the game at that current moment, or can be used as a table Benny, failing any use of information. And finally, we have unlocked another draw.
Draw!
There it is. And this draw also goes to Sawyer.
Yay!
Sawyer, you may draw. Welcome back to the Wildcards table.
Welcome
You get
back.
all the things.
Welcome back.
Mine
Welcome
says,
back.
hot iron and whiskey. Here, bite on this. Play on a wounded character. He has 1 wound healed, but gains a permanent scar. Roll on the injury table in the Savage Worlds core book for location. He gains -1 charisma if the scar is visible. That's...
Huh.
Have we run into that
No.
one
That's
before?
a
Yes.
game-changing one.
Yes, we ran into that one in our Deadlands campaign, I believe.
Oh.
But it's never been used.
This seems like
Oh, never
awesome,
got
though.
Yep.
I kind of hope we have a reason to use it.
Roxy Girls DC, thank you very much for the
Especially
research.
because charisma
you.
isn't a mechanic anymore.
Right?
Well, it would just affect your persuade.
No.
And we have one more point of extra credit to hand out from Roxy Girls
Right,
DC
Clint.
to Ron Tagas Stevens.
Hey, thank you very much.
I will also remind the Alumni Association there are 3 mystery box cards remaining from
Only
previous
3?
sessions that will
Three
come
so
into
far.
play this session. That's right, 3 so far. More to potentially be drawn.
You know what to do.
Well,
Don't go to
There's a break the
Turn
dean.
into a
Wait,
cat.
we'll do it at the same time.
There's
Ready?
a
You know what to do.
there's
do
a
it.
break the dean gift made by
You know what to do.
the husband that you can
Um,
share into the world.
You know what to do.
Stop
right
it.
now.
There we go.
You need to put a
Get
mystery
that.
box in that's
Just
like,
that part.
this
Yeah.
invalidates all other already non-activated mystery boxes.
don't think I didn't think about it.
Look at all these.
Well, we got looks like some gifted subs coming in. Tired Thomas, LJ Killit, Shogun Kitten, Ilana S, and Kinfolk923. Thank you all very much for subbing and resubbing. And that gift comes from
Heart of Handprint.
Heart of Handprint. Thank you very much for the gifted subs. But
Thank you so much.
don't forget, guys, you all get to assign those points of extra credit. So let Rick know
true.
in chat.
Thank you for watching. Thanks for being in here.
Thanks for being here. All right.
Except you. You know who I mean. No thanks to you. I'm just kidding. I love everybody.
He loves
You know who I
everyone.
mean.
Let's get started, guys.
You know who I mean.
Let's get started.
Sorry.
Wow, pretty good.
It's been a few weeks since you guys got back from your spring break in Galveston, which was largely uneventful, really. I mean, it was fun, you guess. Galveston wasn't like the coolest place ever, but you know, you guys had a good time. You did all get really blackout drunk one night, and you can't really remember what happened, and you woke up in a hotel room with some strangers, but it didn't seem like anything happened that was untoward, so you all went your separate ways after that. It was a good spring break, except for a small group of kids who went missing. Suspected that they drowned in a nearby lagoon, not too far away from where you guys were celebrating. But I mean, that does happen. Anytime you get a lot of alcohol, a lot of college students, and a lot of bodies of water nearby, it is a recipe for disaster. So
It was so weird because I wrote sex poison in here and I have no idea what it means.
weird, yeah.
I don't know.
That must have been from your blackout day. But anyways, you're back at school now and back in the swing of things. Spring break was fun and all, but it's time to get serious. So
Stole sunglasses.
let's talk about what's happened since spring break. I would like to hear. I have something that happened with Sawyer, and I have something that happened with Calvin.
That's me.
But did anything happen with Adelaide or Ron in the intervening time between spring break? Anything of note? Anything major?
Between spring break and now.
It's been a few weeks since spring break. It's fine if nothing major has happened. I'm just curious if there's anything that your character was wanting to do or interested in exploring or anything like that. Vampire 54, thank you very much for the tip.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Vampire 54.
Thank you.
I mean, I think that Adelaide would have tried to spend a little time with Lauren too, since she didn't get to go on spring break.
Okay, so you wanted to spend some quality time with Lauren. How's that going, by the way?
Good. We spend a lot of time, like, talking about stuff, which I really like, but it's, like, hard to not talk about stuff sometimes, which is...
What do you mean?
Just, like, you know, it's kind of like, silence is awkward.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, Lauren does kind of seem like the same, seem to have some similar social anxieties to Adelaide. It seems like neither one of you are 100% comfortable with silence. So it does get pretty chatty when you guys are hanging out. But it's fun, right? You're having a good time.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's just in high intensity.
What do you guys do for fun?
I think it's a lot of, like, going to event type things or going to like an art gallery or something like that or a museum.
Okay.
Things to discuss.
Okay. So any cultured event that offers up interesting topics of discussion so that you can avoid that terrible silence that sometimes descends.
Yeah, and also, you know, talking about spells and stuff.
Sure. Although she does seem a bit hesitant to tell you too much, which she has said is at the request of Sonia Alvarez, of course, who, although you are technically a part of her inner sanctum, or whatever you want to call it.
Special reserve.
Has not, the special, a member of the special reserve room. You have not really been able to make a lot of headway with Sonia. It kind of feels like she only has a begrudging interest in allowing you access.
I think that that's a little bit of something that Adelaide resents, that Lauren seems to put Sonia first, because Sonia's just been kind of shitty to Adelaide, but she's not fully conscious she feels that way.
You get the impression, also, from Lauren, that somewhere in the past, Sonia did something very important for her. Anytime you bring up Sonia, Lauren is quick to jump to her defense. Not in any sort of like negative or mean way, but you have a really hard time getting Lauren to admit anything at all cynical or off color about Sonia. She has nothing but nice things to say about it or excuses for her behavior.
I think hurts Adelaide's feelings a little bit, but Adelaide feels weird about that. It's just a jerk reaction.
But on the whole, everything's going well with Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that, Adelaide. Ron, what's been going on with you?
Also hanging out with Lauren.
Also hanging out with Lauren. Interesting. It's funny because Adelaide didn't mention that.
Yeah. No, I think that Ron and Dennis have been hanging out. And I convinced Dennis to take a extracurricular cooking class. And so Dennis and I are learning how to cook.
Is this an extracurricular class offered through the school or through like a local community
It's
center?
a local
in
community
Pine Bog?
center. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And was there a specialty to this class at all, or is it just like a general like cooking basics kind of thing?
No, it's like a 6-week course, and every week is a different, like, one's Italian, one's Mexican, one's Asian inspired.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's like it's not taught by anyone who is like familiar with those things. It's like what they think, you know, Italian and Mexican and Asian inspired means.
Okay.
I sort of bet Ron is like the worst student in these things.
Why?
Because he just knows so much. He probably already knows so much more about cooking and stuff.
But do you know a lot about world cuisine though, Ron?
Not world cuisine so much. I think it's what happens is Ron's instincts are better than the teacher's, but he doesn't know like oh, this is a thing that goes into Italian dishes or whatever. Okay, all right, I didn't know that. But he will make something, and the teacher will be like, "You've made a spot on, Italian meat lasagna. I don't know how you did that because I didn't teach that, but
We were just doing spaghetti tonight,
Right,
and
yeah.
you made lasagna, and I provided the material, so I'm very confused.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dennis is lucky if he can get, even the basics of the plate together. Dennis has a Neville Longbottom style feel in this cooking class. No matter what instructions he follows, everything just seems to turn out green,
Right.
except for the salad.
Green's healthy in a lot of things.
Not in the context of what Dennis is cooking.
No. But I think Ron just wants to also, because Dennis put in a lot of effort to make spring break nice for Ron, and Ron is repaying that as well to be like, hanging out more and doing more things with Dennis.
Oh, it's a paid cooking class.
Well, it's at the community center, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you paid for Dennis as well?
Yeah.
So how much did it cost to take this class?
It was really
Got him.
It was really cheap?
Yeah.
Like, what's cheap for a community center 6-week class? Like,
$100.
like $65 a person?
No.
That's very specific.
No.
Well, I'm taking karate for 8 weeks, and that's $108.
Yeah, but that's
I mean, I think it's
I
fair.
also-
I think $130 is very fair for two people.
I also have a
taking
lot of
6
money
week-
that Ron's never going to use, so yeah.
That's true. Rhonda's pretty spendthrifty.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Dennis appreciates the gesture,
Yeah.
if not so much the content of the course. But he will
will.
be damned if he's not going to stick it out with you,
Yeah.
so that you know that he appreciates the gift.
Oh, no.
All right, great. Calvin,
Hello.
one night, in the middle of the night, while you are sound asleep, for a first, since, you decided to put off partying and just kind of maybe turn in early for the night, get some rest.
You sick?
It was a random decision on
I just
Calvin's
kept on
part.
texting me.
You feel a cold something on your forehead. You're not entirely sure what it is, and you are asleep, and it takes you a while to notice, but you are feeling a regular cold sensation on your forehead.
What is that?
So you wake up, and in the darkness of your dorm room, illuminated only by the green LEDs coming from Barrett's hugely bright alarm clock, you see a figure of someone standing over your bed. Give me a spirit roll.
Oh, cool. I got a 4.
A 4?
And you said I didn't party.
That's true. I did say you didn't party. So you prepare. You feel yourself getting ready to respond with shock, but then something stops you.
Oh, does that supposed to mean I don't freak out? What does that mean?
You see a young woman standing in your room, but something looks off with her. Her clothing looks slightly out of style, or like something you would have seen from like an old high school movie. She looks Hispanic, maybe, pretty striking of features, although she's wearing a lot of eye makeup, and her hair is kind of tightly curly, and she's got clothes on that look just sort of not quite fashionable at all. Although, like, something you would have seen on Stranger Things, maybe?
Okay. I'm sorry, you lost. Are you... I'm gonna try to just kind of like put my hand on her shoulder.
Okay, as one would naturally do if a strange woman woke you up in the middle of the night. You reach out a hand, thinking maybe you're dreaming still, you're not sure. And as you do, get closer to her shoulder, your hand just sort of passes through it, and you feel that cold sensation on your fingertips. And your brain does not much appreciate your hand passing through a solid object, so you pull it back pretty quickly. But yeah, not substantial.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to see if I'm dreaming and actually this doesn't actually compute. If it actually am I Rosa, right? Okay, because you haven't set me on fire, so you're not the other chick. Don't worry about that. What are you doing? Am I awake?
you are very confused because since getting your car back from the shop a couple weeks ago, it has been nothing but a normal car. You were all but convinced at this point that somehow in the crashing of your car, Rosa or whatever bit of her inhabited the car was damaged or possibly destroyed. And yet, here is a ghostly young woman telling you that she is indeed Rosa.
You're right. I thought because of the car. I'm sorry about the whole, the tree, and I was just trying to help, and I didn't mean to. Can I get you something? I don't know how this works. Do I? Is it cold in here? Nice to meet you. Yeah. Cool. Is everything cool? Like, what's going on? I didn't know you could.
And she kind of points to the underside of your bunk bed, right above your head.
Oh, right.
And you look up and see what looks like a water balloon type shape in the darkness. Although something looks off, it's not completely transparent like a water balloon normally would be. It seems to be filled with some sort of cloudy, milky liquid.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm gonna get up. Thanks for pointing that out. Let's go outside and talk because I don't want to wake up Barrett. Is that okay? All right, so we'll just take a walk outside.
Okay, so you very carefully try and get out of bed without disturbing the tripwire mechanism on the side of your bed that would drop the water balloon onto your face, and you kind of carefully pull the door open. Can you give me a stealth roll, Calvin?
Okie dokie.
I just think it's funny that a ghost addresses you and you're like, oh, you're okay, as though they're not dead.
Yeah.
Can I use a table reroll?
Can you use a table reroll? Why, did you fail?
Yeah, I failed.
All right.
Usually I'm pretty good at it.
Double ace.
I told you.
Triple ace. Wow,
Hang
okay,
on
yeah.
just a second.
Jeez.
A billion. I don't
23.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Super sneaky, which allows you to not only get around the tripwire mechanism, but also open the door in such a way that none of the light from the hallway even gets onto Barrett's face. You're not going to wake him up at all. He's sleeping like the dead.
Don't want him to see this.
You close the door behind you and don't see Rosa.
Did I leave her inside?
You turn around and she's standing behind you.
Hey, yeah, you came through you didn't go through the door. Yeah. Wait, how can you do this? I thought you were stuck to the car. Are you out of the car? That's cool. Yeah, you want to take a walk and talk? You can't talk. Can I get you can't use a phone. We'll just, you want to play charades? You ever played charades? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So if you want to tell me something, nose. Got it. How many words? Do over. Okay, go. You go now. Okay. Nose. Okay, maybe I haven't played charades enough because I'm not sure what's happening here. All right, we'll figure out charades. I'll figure out. Addie probably knows how to play charades. You know how to play everything. You met Addie, right? You know who I'm talking about? Addie and Ron. And yeah. She's got the hair. Yeah, exactly. Should we go fight her? Sorry. Oh, Ron. Yeah, he's a fighter. Yeah. And then there's Sawyer, and he loves smoking and drinking. Yeah, I guess when you say it like that, yeah. I mean, he does have other qualities, but I guess, yeah. Cool. What do you like to do? Like, cool. Dance? I like to dance? Cool. What kind of music do you like?
You realize you kind of had already learned this by being in the car with Rosa, and she kind of looks sort of disappointed that you...
Oh, right. Yeah, no. The music you've been playing for me. I just thought maybe that was an easy way to get messages across, but you do actually like that music. Cool. That's great. That's good music. You got good taste.
A guy just kind of walks by in the hallway with his head down, his hair kind of mussed, and he's holding like a towel over his shoulder. Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up?
And just walks right through Rosa. Whoa! Man, they really cranking the AC tonight.
Uh,
Hey, I see you.
yeah.
And just walks right down the hallway.
So we can't see you? Nobody can see you? Just me? Cool. That's like my own personal ghost friend. Like Ghost Rider. Did you ever watch Ghost Rider when you were a kid? My dad used to show me the show called Ghost Rider where kids learn how to write because a ghost writes for them and they have really nice handwriting.
Ghost Rider.
Right. You were probably not around for that stuff. Yeah. You got a sense of humor like that.
Real dark sense of humor.
She seems to get like a little bit puzzled or her thoughts trail off for a moment after that.
Well, hey, you wanna take a walk? You could show me where your favorite place is. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I guess it is like 3 a.m. That's cool though. I'll sleep through my first class. It's cool. We can take a walk. It'll be fun. Oh, all right. Cool. You're just gonna. What are you gonna do? Mingle. Are there like other ghosts that is like a ghost bar somewhere you can hang out with? No, you don't want to do that. But there is a ghost bar. Are they not letting you in? There is no ghost bar. All right. Well, hey, if I can do anything for you, just like let me know. Wake me up. You want me to wake you up? Oh, if you can do anything, if you could do anything for me, let you know. Okay. You are a ghost. I didn't catch that one. Ghost. Person. Ghost. Away. Man, I'm really bad at charades. I'm sorry. Not ghost. Not you. Not you. Other ghosts. Other ghosts. Other ghosts don't like you? Other ghosts don't like us being together? Me and you are friends. Cool. Those other ghosts don't like me. They want to hurt me? Oh. They want to keep you away from me? It'd be way easier if you could talk. You.
And she kind of like floats over to stand in front of you and puts her arms on her hips and holds out her hand against an unseen...
You're protecting me from them. Oh. Well, thank you. You're gonna try to protect me from them? I appreciate it. Cause you like me, cause we're friends. Cool. That's cool. I never playing cards? You wanna play playing cards? Oh, me. Oh, I see. Oh, you can help me gamble. You can help me cheat and gambling. Wait, really? You would just do that? I mean, I was thinking about it, but I feel like that would have been like a rude thing to ask as soon as you get a ghost for it. No, you have no... Oh, cool. Cool. Well, I mean, like, if there was like a poker game going on right now, I'd go, but like... I'll set one up. I can just do that. Yeah, we'll play some poker. We'll rob the whole town. We can rob the place. We can rob... Oh, no, that's too far. Okay. Sorry, I just thought maybe... I mean, we're still stealing money. All right, cool. I'm sleepy, so I'm going to go to bed. But let's think about our capers. That's a good idea. I like it. Capers, you know, I'm a partner in crime. I'm not literally... All right. Good night, Rosa.
And you go back to bed. Sawyer.
Yes.
You had a little bit of a rude awakening when you came back from your trip to find that Sawyer's place is occupied by some dude named Randy.
Randy.
And right when you came in, I don't even know, you came in late because your flight came in late and you didn't have a chance to talk to any of the rest of the study group before you came in. So you opened the door at around 2 a.m. to find the lights on in your room and someone sitting in the other bed.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Dude.
What the hell are you doing in my room?
So this room's taken.
What do you mean? This is my room. I put a sign on the front door that says Sawyer's place.
Oh, you're Josh.
Yeah, I'm Josh. What are you doing in my room?
Oh, I'm your roommate, or Randy. Randy Lewin.
My roommate's dead.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying that, but yeah, I'm not the dead guy.
Okay, I know, I understand you're not the dead guy. It's the middle of the year. I don't have a roommate.
Well, I mean, you were gone.
Yeah, that doesn't make you have a roommate.
Well, I know, but I had a housing emergency, and the school administration office said, like, you were super psyched to get a roommate, so they put me here.
Well, I was super psyched to get a roommate. The first one never showed up. I wanted to know I wasn't psyched to...
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, if it had been me that got a room by myself, I wouldn't ask any questions about that. I was actually kind of liking it here alone. No offense. I mean, I'm sure you're a nice guy. Your friends are kind of weird. But...
I like it here alone.
Oh. Well. By the way, I got the mail. I don't... It seemed like you maybe hadn't gotten it in a while, or didn't know you had a mailbox. I don't know. It was stuffed pretty full, but you got a couple of things in there.
Yeah, I actually didn't think that anyone had, like, my address here, so it never really occurred to me to check it, but...
Well, they do, so, you know, you should check it, and I'm going to be expecting mail, so it'd be cool if every now and then you could check the mailbox, too.
Okay.
Also, I went ahead and moved some of your stuff out of this dresser, because, I mean, you didn't need two dressers. Do you know you had, like, some of your underwear in one dresser and some of your underwear in another dresser?
All right, well, there was a reason behind that.
Well, I just put it all in one, and I've got mine. I took the dresser on the right, so that'll just be Randy's things, and, you know.
Okay.
You can have yours. I consolidated for you. Don't worry, I folded it all up just the way I found it. Although some of it, you know, seemed like it could maybe use a wash, so I did a load of laundry. No rush on that, but it was like $2.50.
All right. Okay.
Welcome home.
In the chance that this is not some sort of prank, because just warn you beforehand, if the fact that I assume it's a prank doesn't mean anything necessarily bad about you, there's a guy we know who just does stuff like this a lot of the time. He does weird prank stuff. Assuming this is not a prank.
What specifically, though, would be the prank here?
The prank would be that he gets someone to be in my room when I show up, to pretend that they live there, to see how I react. And there could be some sort of camera over in the window or something.
Yeah. So this is another one of your kind of friends?
This one is not a friend. This one is not a friend.
Okay, well, to be honest, I'm having a difficult time keeping track of all the people who keep trying to barge in here.
Okay, well, it was sort of an open place for, like, my small group of friends.
And, you know, that might have worked when it was just you, but now that there's two of us here, I do really kind of value my privacy, so I've taken to locking the door since if I don't, as previously mentioned, a bunch of people just walk in all the time.
Can I barge in here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sawyer's back!
Hey!
Sawyer, what's up?
It's quiet hours.
Hey,
You're
who's
in the
this
dorm.
guy?
I guess this is Randy, right?
We've met several times before when you walked in here looking for your things.
I thought it was just like some drunk guy who was confused about his room, man.
No, that was you. You were very drunk and confused.
I know where my room is, Randy.
Yeah, you didn't think this was your room. You
Calvin,
Is this a prank? You getting pranked?
This isn't like a Barrett thing, is it?
What would be the prank here, though, is what I'm asking.
Look, they don't always have, like, well thought out purposes in these pranks.
Let me ask him, though.
Okay.
Just to be sure, because I don't know this Randy.
Let's just check.
Okay, but it's not a prank, though. I live here, and I have been for a while.
We appreciate your dedication, and if it's not a prank, we apologize.
No, he said that's dumb, not a prank.
Yeah, it's because it's not. And I agree, it would be a very dumb prank.
Okay. Well, in that case, hi, I'm Josh.
Yeah, I know.
I go by Sawyer.
Okay. Well, I
Prefer that.
I'm not a real big fan of nicknames.
Yeah, well, it's not a nickname. It's my name.
Sure, but your name is Josh. And that's how
No.
that's how the administrative office introduced you to me, and that's what I've been thinking of.
Well,
So,
the
like, I've
administrative
kind of
office
gotten
never
used to
actually
thinking of you as Josh.
Introduce you to me.
Okay, well, it's just that once I meet someone, that kind of like cements in my head. I got a mind like a steel trap, but it's not super mutable. So I've already gotten used to thinking of you as Josh. So I'm probably just. Oh, and also I told one of your friends that the new because he said this was Sawyer's place, and I was like, no, it's Randy and Josh's pad. So maybe we could put a sign up on the door.
All right, well,
Randy and Josh.
I'm sorry.
we're not calling it that.
Why are you still here?
What? I can be in here. It's my friend's room too, man.
Well, it's 2 a.m. though, and it is quiet hours in the dorm.
What? 2 a.m. no quiet hours. What are you talking about?
I mean, there's a posted sign on every floor.
No, Josh just got back. We're gonna go drink, right, Josh?
Okay, so he calls you
That
Josh.
was the plan.
Josh.
Right, I'm not the only one that calls you Josh.
Don't
I
call me
swore-
fucking Josh.
What are you talking about? That's your name, man.
It is. It's his name. That's what I'm
Calvin,
saying.
cut it out. This guy's gonna like live with me.
Cut what out, Josh? What are you talking
I got
about?
Ben living
Josh.
All right, you know what? I wasn't gonna drink, but definitely let's go drinking,
Let's
right?
do it, man. Yeah.
Let's go drinking.
Tell me about
Oh,
your
okay.
fun party.
How long do you think you're gonna be?
Well, it's 2:00, so I don't know. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I was getting ready to go to sleep, and I'm kind of a light sleeper. So if you come in too late, you might, wake me up.
Well,
and I do have a quiz tomorrow morning.
Randy, if you want to come with us, like, feel free. Let's do it, man.
No
wanna
thanks. I'm here to study and
Yeah.
get a degree. If I wanted to party, I could go to, I don't know, the Mexican Riviera.
Okay.
The Mexican Riviera.
All right. I'm gonna go out with Calvin, and we're gonna catch up and drink because my sleep schedule is all over the place right now.
Totally understand. Maybe it would be best if you crashed at Calvin's place tonight, just so you don't get my sleep schedule all over the place.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that happens. And
Well, I'm just saying I'd appreciate it if that was what happened, because I really am trying.
well,
to get some
we all
rest.
have like things we'd like to happen, don't we? And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. So I guess we'll find out. All right.
Okay, but again, I'd really appreciate it if what actually
Randy!
did happen was what?
Shut up. We're gonna go.
Excuse me, rude.
Yeah, I know, rude. You keep talking when we're trying to leave.
Well, yeah. And
Because I'm trying to set up like just some ground rules here
Man,
as
you
far
don't
as
own the whole room. You own half the room with Josh.
I do, but living with another person is a compromise, and
yeah, a compromise that I did not come into this expecting was actually going to happen. That being said,
all the more reason I
get
think
it.
maybe you should crash with your friend tonight, just to take some time to like let things settle. And also, like I said, I do have a big quiz
Randy,
tomorrow.
just
and
let it
I
go,
have been
man.
up studying.
Whatever happens is gonna happen. All right. He has a key. He's gonna come back or not. You'll find out in the morning.
Okay, but it's just that I would rather that, if it's going to be super late,
Randy,
that
you're
not.
really killing the buzz right now.
Okay, well, it's not my job to keep a buzz going. Okay, I'm trying to study for a quiz, big quiz in my class tomorrow. So
You are blowing it.
just
All right.
feel like
I'm starting to get the impression of what your housing emergencies might have been. For now, I'm going out. I'll probably come back later. I'll be quiet when I come in.
I'd really appreciate that.
All right.
Like a mouse.
And like
then
also
we
if
can-
you could not turn on any lights.
We can talk about this stuff tomorrow. Or whenever.
Oh, great. Yeah, I can draft up just a rule sheet, and you can add to it too.
Yeah,
As long as we have a quorum for adding a rule to the list.
Well, there's just two of us, so quorum doesn't make any sense. But
well, it'd be both of us in that case.
yeah.
hate to point that out,
Oh my
but
god.
we would need a majority, and when two, that would be both of us.
All right, I'm gonna go see if Addie wants to party. See ya.
It's 2 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I leave with Calvin.
Oh wait, well,
Probably.
you did get a letter. Do you want
Yeah,
your mail
sure.
or
Yes,
not?
please.
Okay, and you see a very familiar looking envelope with just your name on it, and inside a slip of yellow paper.
Oh crap! How long has this been in here?
What is that?
Nothing. I signed up for a thing a little while back.
Do you want to tell me what that thing is?
No, it's just like junk mail stuff.
What is it, man? Let me see it.
Columbia House. It's a music.
I hide it away because I'm.
I tried to snatch it out of his
hand.
hands.
You're gonna try and snatch it out of his hands? and you're trying to hide it away. So that sounds like opposed athletics to me. So
Bring fucking on.
You want to do this?
Yeah,
give
bring
me
it on.
Give me athletics.
Can you give me a beer, too, by the way?
Can you beer him?
Yo, fucking beer me.
Wait till after this. Very
Yo, bro,
intense
beer me.
moment.
Let's do our post rolls.
RPG Clyde and He Who Wants Jeans, thank you very much for the resub.
Yay, thank you all.
Welcome back.
Wait till after this very
Get
intense
those
roll.
jeans.
Okay.
All right, so I need you to roll first, Sawyer, because you were trying to put that away before Calvin can grab it.
So what am I rolling?
Athletics.
With your tiny die.
No. Oh. They're
I
so
don't know, it
tiny.
almost... I'd argue he's acting on me, but this is fine. Aced it. 9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Calvin.
Have to get a 10, right?
Yep. Or better.
Well, yeah. Easy. Aced it.
Son of
Damn it.
7.
All right.
So,
You gonna re-roll it?
Yes.
How much do you care?
I'm going to re-roll it with a table re-roll.
Okay, you're gonna use a table reroll?
He's keeping secrets from us.
We need a table quorum for that. Can he use a table reroll on this?
Table.
No, wait.
Yeah,
he
that's
can't
the
use a
table.
table reroll against me.
That's a pretty
Who's up, Benny? Fine.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, everyone
agree.
agrees.
We have a quorum.
All right, didn't happen.
Corn.
Okay, so you try and reach out your hand to snatch it from him like a bully in an early 90s movie, and you put it into your pocket.
Why you hiding stuff, man?
Nothing. It's just not important. I'll tell you about it later.
All right, cool.
Okay, and you guys head out for some 2 a.m. partying.
Right.
Okay, cool. Well then, for the
Everyone's
next
putting
day,
things away.
I didn't know it was 2 a.m. when I barged in.
for the next
We
day,
said it.
yeah, we did
I missed
specifically
it.
introduce the scene that way. For the next day, I'm gonna need you guys to give me a vigor roll at a -2.
Because you were out at 2 a.m.
Adelaide, did you
Is
also
this
go
day-
out to party?
Oh, I don't know. Did you guys try to come get me?
I definitely texted you.
You might
she
have
was
been asleep.
Yeah, you were asleep.
not
Ron
go
had
to
probably
your
been asleep for hours at that
No,
point.
Ron got up early, actually. Ron, because that's
Ron
when
found us out in the lawn.
That's when the trucks come in delivering everything for the stores. So he got some fresh produce.
Okay, nice.
Is
Yeah.
this the morning that we all have to do our Ron impressions?
Yeah, but I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
Can I use your table reroll for
Like, you
this?
don't wake up
Yeah.
in the morning
Okay, cool.
doing a Ron
I'm
impression.
not denying you.
That
Use
could
some
be the
table
curse.
So use a
rerolls.
coin.
Yeah,
Because this one is important. Oh, that's not a...
that's not a success,
Oh, I still
Calvin.
gotta keep going. This is so... I hate fatigue. It's so bad in this game.
All right.
Having every roll... There we go. It's a 5.
All right, you succeeded. Sawyer, did you succeed?
I did. I got an 8.
Well done. So even though you guys started partying at 2 a.m., somehow it worked out.
You know what I think
because
happened?
of jet lag, maybe.
You know what I think happened
Tell
for
me.
kind of both of it?
Tell
we were
me.
like, let's go party, and it was hard because it's too late and everyone was already done.
So it wasn't a super great party.
No.
So even though you're not telling Calvin what the contents of the note are, would you like to share them with the Alumni Association?
Yes. I haven't finished reading it myself, but I'll just read it out loud and we'll all discover it.
Okay.
You're doing quite well, Sawyer. The Society of the Blind Eye is almost ready to consider your candidacy. But first, another test of your mind. Leave the answer taped beneath the library computer that is alphabetically and numerically the first prime number. A man stands on one side of a river, his dog on the other. The man calls his dog, who immediately crosses the river without getting wet and without using a boat or bridge. How did the dog do it? I'll think on it for a minute.
All right. And Sawyer, you do think on it. But the next day, which we will say is a Thursday, and also a day in which all of you don't have early class. So you meet up for like kind of a late lunch brunch type thing. Now, the meetup was going to be, and ordinarily would be, in Sawyer's place. Is that still the case?
I mean, I feel like, did you guys text the two of us and say, like, let's meet somewhere
I
else?
probably said go to Mom's instead. Because we know about Randy.
That would make sense. I'm probably avoiding
Randy.
Randy.
I mean, you gave him a crappy room.
All right, so you guys are at Mom's?
Good.
Yeah.
And that is where we pick up with the study group today, at Mom's Diner enjoying a late breakfast, and for some reason, everyone around the table is doing their best Ron impression, and even though this kind of thing is ordinarily something that Ron might not have instigated or would feel strangely about, today he seems to be holding court.
No, I'm curious, like how I appear to you.
Hey, it's me, Ron. I'm Captain fucking America. You got a problem? I'll fucking kick it down. That's you, man. That's totally you. Who wants some
No.
salad?
No, I don't cuss.
Yeah, he doesn't. And also, he's like way nicer than that. It's more like he's like, hey, if you need me to, I'll kick down this fence, but I want to do it for you because you're my friend.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Pocket salad?
Okay, yeah. Still got the pocket salad. You're good. Yeah.
you have to add in the like mild strangeness. No offense, but it'll just be like, well, if you eat things that aren't tasty, you're not going to be tasty yourself, and you wouldn't want that.
I don't know. I don't think about food when I think of Ron because he doesn't like a lot of food.
It's
know?
all about food. He like
He's like,
cooks food all the
what
time.
is that? Pizza? Let me kick that. No, don't like that.
You're just talking about food
I don't think
that
you would
like.
kick a pizza.
Ron, would you kick a pizza if it tried to attack you? You would kick a pizza. He'll kick
Well,
a
yeah. If it tried to.
See,
attack
told
me.
you. Kick
You
a pizza.
added a whole nother element with the
Why
trying
else
to
would anybody
attack.
kick a pizza?
You know, this is like role-playing games, but you're interested.
Shut up.
Pizza.
I'm just saying.
attack.
You probably
Just making a note to myself. So Ron, after that stellar showing, in Ron's opinion, who did the best Ron impression?
Adelaide.
Adelaide, you get this point of extra credit from WC
Yay.
Plays. And on the note
Thank you.
of handing out points of extra credit, we have a couple more to hand out here
you
this
guys were
morning
really
at Mom's.
Creative.
Roxy Girls DC would like to give a point of extra credit to Ron. Did we already do
Another
that?
one? Yes. I
Oh,
already
we
got-
did do that. RPG
Yeah.
Clyde would like to give a point of extra credit to Sawyer, rather.
Yay, thank you.
Kevin Held what? Would like to give a
What?
point of extra credit
Jeans.
to Calvin.
That's me.
Hey.
Kevin Hill.
He Who Wants Jeans would like to give 1 point of extra credit to the player who currently has the fewest.
I have one.
I have 3.
I have 2.
I win.
Calvin,
The pity one.
you get that from He Who Wants Jeans. And also, someone bought us a shot here at Mom's Diner this
Shots.
evening, this
Yay.
morning, I mean.
Morning
so raise
shots.
your red solo cups for a morning shot from
I don't have any
Vampire
beer
54.
because
Sponsored by Buzzball.
Krav never gave me
Oh, I
one.
forgot about it. You have to wait till after this.
I have to.
Yeah, just make it. It's fine. You can make one. Don't do that. Vampire 54 bought us a shot. Always fun watching ETU and prepping maps for my Pathfinder game on Saturday. And the donation total, must always be even.
Oh.
Raise them up and chug!
Chug!
Thanks very much, Vampire 54, keeper of the evens.
They're in the clan Even Stevens.
Where's Dark of Nate? We need Team Chaos.
Can I get
the odd ones?
a research roll from Sawyer and a research roll from Adelaide?
Yas.
You got
He
it.
did-
Is this the
he-
beer you want?
What am I using to
I wanted,
research? Is
one of the
my
mango cards.
electronics going to affect me?
No, this would have been book
Thank you,
research.
Book
You guys are
research.
rolling to see which one of you
Do I get a
was
plus?
very insistent on meeting this morning.
I got a 3.
You got a 3?
Yeah.
Would you like to keep it?
I mean, I don't know if that's good or bad in this
Well,
instance.
it's a failure.
I got a 6.
You got a 6?
Yes.
If you fail this one, you're blind for the rest of the episode.
Sawyer,
Yeah.
over the length of your trip, you brought your half of Creighton's compendium with you. You didn't have as much time to study it as you wanted. Your parents were very insistent on a romantic itinerary for their renewal of their vows, and for some reason, you were supposed to be there along with a couple of other family members at all times. Which is to say, you were very heavily occupied and a little bit skeeved out most of the trip.
Cool.
But on the plane ride back, you did have some time to yourself to sit and puzzle through Creighton's compendium, and you're not sure if it was the jet lag. You're not sure if it was the complimentary cocktail that they served on the flight without even carding you. You're not sure if maybe it was the dim cabin light, but for some reason, certain sections of the book just seemed to open up to you after all this time studying it and trying to figure out this terrible, horrible handwriting. Something opened up and something became clear. You had noticed before recurring references to sanctuary of some kind, but now you have found that in some other contexts. There's several passages in the book in which Creighton mentions a sanctuary of some kind, and you now believe this to be an actual physical location.
Can I
Yes.
ask a question?
Yes.
This is sort of in character, but it's like me, Jordan, forgetting something a bit.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a big reference to Sanctuary when we found that girl who used to be in the drug den? Like, didn't Or am I missing that?
I don't think so.
Okay, that might just be
The first time you came across the word sanctuary was in
It's
your
in Creighton's
initial
Compendium.
puzzling over Creighton's Compendium, and you weren't sure if it was referring to an item or a place or whatever. You are now pretty certain it refers to a place. Not only a place, but as you continue to read through this and pick out bits and pieces, you notice a few details that stand out to you. It's a hidden place behind a secret door. This place is soundproofed and heavily warded against the supernatural. And someone named Judith keeps ritual components well stocked. But the last bit, and this was the most important point, and for some reason, the first full sentence that you've been able to read in Creighton's Compendium, you saw this on the plane. Helen warned that the ritual would take a long time, so Ralph closed the bookstore early and joined us upstairs to get started. Scott Thulu! Thank you very much for the tip. That is the information that you uncovered that you wanted to share with the study group this morning.
Okay, so I tell everyone like what I found out there. And what I'm thinking is that this means that there must be some bookstore, probably some small used bookstore, something like that they would have been able to be doing their occult research in. And how far away could it be? How many of those could there be in Pine Box? If we're able to narrow this down, find the one that was owned or run by a guy named Ralph, maybe we can find out what was going on here.
Well, Addie,
Yeah.
you've been to probably all the bookstores, so do you know any bookstores with a guy named Ralph?
I'm sure you probably have been to several bookstores in town. It's not like there's a billion of them.
I gave you a gift card last Christmas.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the same place.
Which gift card did you give her?
He said to a bookstore.
Right, but he had a specific bookstore.
It was Mary Lynn's Used Books and Emporium.
Okay, so that is definitely a bookstore in town. Adelaide, give me a common knowledge roll.
Okay. I got a 4.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that Mary Lynn's, I mean, it looks old, and it does have a second floor. You're pretty sure it's a 2-story building, but you've never been up there. But that doesn't mean that this is the place that you're looking for.
I'm not sure. I mean, we can check it out. There aren't really that many bookstores in town. I don't think, at least the ones that I've been to. But this seems like a really important thing because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if we need to, like, talk to a dead person again, maybe she's got gold in there.
Sure. It might be worth checking too with some of your reserve section friends or whatever, because when they talk about a place that was heavily warded and soundproofed and all of that, that kind of reminded me of how you described like going into your special reserves area.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I could ask Lauren.
One other important point, though, Adelaide. There is no one named Ralph, as far as you're aware, who works at Mary Lynn's bookstores.
Okay.
In fact, you're pretty sure Mary Lynn is the only person who works at Mary Lynn's bookstore.
I don't.
Escape Box Games, Ted, thank you very much for the tip.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Ted.
you.
I don't think anybody else works there though.
Well, maybe they worked there in the past. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like this book is a little out of date as far as the people involved.
Late 40s, early 50s, that's your best guess.
Well, we could try to go talk to Mary Lynn and see if she knows anyone named Ralph. Maybe that was like her dad or something.
Sure. And even if she doesn't, maybe the community of bookstore owners in
Yeah.
Pine Box knows each other.
Yeah, for sure. Because it'd be really helpful to have access to those. I mean, just think about like all the rituals that we could new rituals we could find and then immediately try. Like if we needed to try them.
All right, hold up. Slow down, Sabrina. We don't need to go jumping into rituals before we know what we're doing.
I'm not jumping into any rituals before I know what I'm doing. It's just nice to be prepared, in case we inevitably probably will need a ritual down the line.
Well, you did just say immediately use them. So.
But I meant instead of having to go get more catfish guts from Mom's Diner.
No, they're
Yeah.
good for him, right, Sawyer? You talk to moms.
No.
Wait, have we been with mom since that happened?
Yeah, I imagine you've been here a
Just
couple
were.
times.
Oh, great.
You're still there.
No, the last time we got guts, I don't think we went back since then. Is what I thought. But
Bondo,
I
thank you
wasn't
very much for the
there
tip.
when you went and got guts that
right,
last time.
but you've been since.
And I've been since because I go there all the time.
And they've been looking at you a little bit differently since then.
If they brought it up, then I tell them it's a prank.
They don't bring it up. Just Calvin told them that you were the one that needed them to get the fish guts.
Wait,
and
what did you do at Mom's?
What?
Why are they acting weird about me there? All right, we won't bring this up.
diner in the middle of
does
Texas.
anyone else need anything here? Just really busy with the breakfast crowd. So.
I think. Sorry, weren't you gonna get the catfish?
No,
Oh, I misheard.
stop telling. Look, if they came here and asked for anything weird and pretended like it was me, that's just a weird prank.
I do have a lot of other tables to get to. So does anybody?
No,
Anything? Everyone good?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, I
No,
think
thank
we're
you.
good.
Yeah.
All right. She walks off.
God damn it, Calvin!
Hey, man.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong.
All right,
Just have
okay.
more fun, man. Harmless. Calm down. It's a diner.
All right, but I think we should look into this, right?
Yes, I definitely think we should.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, we're just gonna walk in and be like, "Hey, you got a second floor that's got some spooky shit?"
No, I think we ask Mary Lynn about Ralph and go from there.
Alright.
Let's at least be a little careful about it, because if this was like a secret society doing some sketchy things in a back room, they might not be open to looking into it. We need some sort of plausible reason we're asking about it.
I mean, we can use what we always use. It's just some kind of school project. We
Yeah.
don't have to lead with. Do you know Ralph? And we know Ralph because we went to school together. I mean, you know, we don't have to.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bookstore, so I mean that's pretty easy. School
Alright.
books, you know, they kind of go together.
Maybe we're doing research on Pine Box's history
Yeah.
and business owners.
Boom.
Let's
Ron's
start
got
it.
it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Easy peasy.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Thank you very much to the Alumni Association for unlocking the next reward tier. I want to be an influencer.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That'll come up. That'll come up later
I
on.
remember that old song.
Doesn't sound good.
Kind of like a social media influencer.
want to be an influencer.
That's the one. Thanks very much, Alumni Association. So, just to double check, the plan is to head over to Mary Lynn's bookstore. Say you're doing a report on Pine Box businesses, historical Pine Box businesses, and ask her some questions about things.
Yeah, so.
Okay. All right. So you guys finish up at Mom's. Pay your tab.
Yeah.
Yes. Or should we not have paid it?
No, you should pay it.
How much would you like us to pay?
Oh.
What did
that's
you
what
eat?
you're trying to do.
A $10 breakfast? I don't know.
You had a $10 breakfast?
Waffles, chicken and waffles.
Sure, that sounds good. $10 breakfast all around.
The French toast plate. Oh.
Calvin ordered for
Whoa,
everybody.
French toast here.
That is the Mom's Diner $10 breakfast special.
Hey.
It's got waffles. It's got French toast for some reason as well. And do you need change for this 50?
Yes. I don't have.
How much was it?
Smaller.
$10.
It's just the carb plate.
Yeah, it's just all carbs and some bacon. Yeah, take whatever you need.
Infamous King Cupcake.
And Vampire 54. Thank you guys. And you guys head over to Mary Lynn's bookstore. Now, Adelaide,
Yeah.
you have been here at least a couple times before with Lauren. This is actually a very popular study spot around campus.
Okay.
Or around Pine Box, rather, with the more academic types. It's kind of like a quieter, hipper, cooler environment. It's an old two-story brick building, and it's got these really nice wooden floors, really high ceilings, a lot of windows with nice light. Also, they do coffee, even specialty coffees and pastries here, and there's lots of plush chairs around the area with tables for students to come and study. And,
Want
of
another
course,
pastry?
they do sell books as an added bonus. However, Lady Mago, thank you very much for the
Lady
tip.
Mago.
Thanks.
Thanks, Lady Mago.
Today in Mary Lynn's, it is rather crowded. There are a lot of people here, and Mary Lynn is running herself a bit ragged. She is probably in her late 40s, kind of like a really like flower child type woman with a good head for business, and she's always wearing flowing clothes with like a cool little like over the shoulder, like it's not a bag or a purse, it's kind of like this weird crocheted thing. She always has a really nice vibe, but today she's super flustered. Welcome to Mary Lynn's Bookstore and Emporium. If you're wanting anything to drink or eat, you're probably gonna have to wait in line. We're running a bit behind.
Oh.
she says as you all walk into the store.
Hi,
Yo.
Mary, Lynn.
Hi. You can order over there. I have a clipboard. Just write your order down, and I'll get to it. Just make sure you put your name, and then put money in the jar. It's an honesty system today. Just if you need coffee. If not, that would be great.
All right, free books.
Everyone, give me a notice roll.
Double ace.
Double ace.
Ace.
Oh, I wish we had something we could go like that.
Double
Ace.
ace.
10.
10?
Running right.
I got a 6.
A 6?
4.
4?
I got 5.
5. Okay, so the
Last
three of
man
you.
standing.
The three of you notice that Mary Lynn looks, even though I don't know if the rest of you have been to this store
Nope.
before.
Absolutely not.
You
Yeah.
might have
Maybe.
to get a coffee one time and found the whole place a little too, like, pretentious for you.
I don't know if there's too pretentious for Sawyer.
I'm
I
sure
got the gift
Sawyer
card.
thinks there's too pretentious.
I got the gift card.
You did get the gift card, so you've been
You're
here
right.
once before. The three of you notice that this woman, Mary Lynn, looks like she is very tired and overworked. Ron, you happen to notice on the cash register a small, very starkly lettered sign that says "Help Wanted." If you're not getting coffee or food, you can go ahead and grab a seat. I just don't want everyone congregating at the counter because that tends to get everyone else thinking that they should order something. So welcome in. Feel free to take a look around. I can answer any questions about things after I just catch up on these orders.
We'll come back later. I was less busy. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, doesn't seem like she's gonna be answering any questions right now. We could look around, I guess.
I've got a chai latte for, come on guys, bend over. Who's bend over?
Oh, that sucks.
No one raises their hand. Siri,
Hey,
I have to make these. Not
Here.
funny, guys, not funny.
I'll take it and pay for it.
You don't have to do that. You
No, I
didn't
don't
order
mind.
it.
I was gonna get one anyway. I'm sure it's great.
All right, I just feel bad handing you a drink that says
Oh.
bend over on it.
That's
Can I
okay.
at least pour it into another cup for you?
Oh, I mean, sure.
Okay, and she goes and just kind of like breathing heavily and kind of eyeing the other drinks she has in mid makings on the counter. She pours it into another cup and puts a lid on it. There's chai latte running down. I'm sorry, I made a little bit of a mess.
Oh, that's okay.
There you go. You can just put the money in the honor jar. It's $4.50 for the
Okay.
chai latte. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You've been around here before.
Yeah,
With
Lauren.
Lauren, that's right. Oh, I love Lauren. She's always so sweet. What was your name again?
Adelaide.
Adelaide. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm
Thanks.
sorry. It's not ordinarily like this. I lost my other 2 employees, so it's just me, just Mary Lynn. Oh, Mary Lynn, all the time. So
That seems difficult.
is there anything else I can get for you?
Oh, we can come. We can talk later.
Well, actually, I know you're pretty busy, but we were thinking about doing a little piece on this place because for our history class, we're doing stuff about Pine Box history, and we know that this bookstore has been here for a while.
Is that the noise those make?
Bloop?
Yeah.
Time-
Did she say bloop?
Time flies. The PCs lose an hour of time.
oh, come on!
What they did or said is up to the dean, but NPCs should hint at cool or lame exploits without ever fully detailing anything from relative dimension. Thank you very much for that. As you are talking to Mary Lynn, all of a sudden everything just sort of blips, and suddenly the 4 of you are standing inside of what looks like 4 columns of stacked books that are swaying dangerously while a bunch of students film you, and Mary Lynn goes, okay, please, that's high enough. I don't know what it is that you're trying to accomplish here, but someone does have to reshelve those, and I feel like I've asked you enough times to please stop making these towers higher.
I agree.
Yeah,
This is high
sorry.
enough, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is exactly as high as we wanted them to go.
Thank you. No, make them higher.
No.
No.
Yeah,
It's
I
not good
think-
for the book.
Oh, no, just try and get it to the ceiling. You're so close.
I mean, let's just do one more, right?
No!
Let's come on, just...
Add them all together.
Please
then
don't.
it's
Please.
the-
All right, the show's over, everyone. That was a little marketing gimmick we're doing. Mary Lynn's used books, where the books are stacked to the rafters. That's tell all your friends, but just not all at once, or to come today.
Also, if any of you film that, can you tag me in that on Instagram?
Oh, no way, bro. No way.
Or just send it to me.
I don't know your name. I have to go.
His name's Josh!
Stop it.
Seriously, I don't know why you're doing this, but can you please stop?
I'm sorry. I also.
Lauren,
I don't know what happened. What did we do?
It's not important. I just need you to stop. You've been here for a very long time making these stacks, and can you please
All right, yeah.
just disassemble them?
Yeah.
more
Yes.
stacks.
Yeah.
Put them back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll reshove them too.
Okay, well, I shelve things in fine, yeah.
I can do that. I work at the library.
Okay, well, this isn't the Dewey Decimal System, okay? I have a...
Ooh, sweet bird.
No, it's not a burn.
Oh, sorry.
I'm very overworked, and now I have to put these stacks away.
Okay, I'll help.
Because I would very much appreciate it, since you're the ones that stacked the books in the first place.
Yeah. I don't remember that one. Yeah.
Don't you have class to get to?
Yeah, we do.
You actually do. Suddenly you just lost an hour of time, and looking at your watches, you do have to get to class. Also, all of you, all at once, remember. Oh shit, that's today?
Oh.
The study group realizes they have an assignment due by 5 p.m. today.
Yo!
From BSB Care 1.
You're a real teacher. Why would you do this?
This is too real.
Yet you were all just standing here screaming about some paper that you had to turn in today.
Oh, shit.
Crap!
Oh, shit.
No,
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
English
calendar.
composition, you said? I don't know.
What? That's today. I had that, but it's in my calendar
How
for next
sick
week.
can I get in the next 2 hours? How sick can I get?
Okay.
Uh.
This stuff will keep, right?
What stuff? The books?
Okay, but you did say you were going to help reshelve these.
Yes, let's do
We'll
that.
do that like tomorrow. Can you
No,
come back?
we have to do it like really fast right now.
What about what? Real fast?
Okay, but do it right, though, too. I mean,
That too.
otherwise I just have to redo
I only
it.
do
Okay.
fast and right together.
Okay. So, what skill is everyone going to use to help Mary Lynn put these books back on the shelf?
Research.
Shooting.
Research.
Research?
Can I use academics?
You can use academics. Calvin, you can use shooting, but I'm pretty sure Mary Lynn would appreciate if you did.
Can I use performance
use
to act like
academics.
I'm doing it?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
cool.
I'll use academics.
You're gonna use academics?
But like so on brand, right?
Okay, so everyone make your pertinent skill roll.
There's no minuses?
Nope.
Oh no, Addie! It wasn't a crit, it's just...
Okay, good.
It was a crit fail for me though.
Was it really?
You crit failed?
What, really?
As like a Narnian. Thank you very much for the tip.
Hey, as like an Narnian.
So crit fail on academics,
I got an 11.
an 11 on research,
I got a 9 on academics.
9 on academics,
5 on performance.
5 on performance. Okay, so you both got a success with a raise on yours. You were researching, so Sawyer, before you start putting things up, you just take a little moment to get a lay of the land at the bookstore.
Yep.
See the different signs for all of the different areas, and just start sort of like loosely putting things back over there. That makes sense. Put the book in its associated area, alphabetized by author or title, or author probably. That's what they typically
Probably,
do.
however she did it.
So you take one stack and start just trying to do that. Adelaide, using academics and your knowledge of the Dewey Decimal System, you decide to group the things by subject as well. Although, are you going to do them alphabetical by author?
What would my other option be?
By title.
I'd probably do title because I feel like author is much more like library, whereas I feel like she would probably not go that direction from what she said.
Okay, so you start putting things alphabetically on the shelf by title. Luckily, you are over in the graphic novel section where everything is organized by character, and typically most graphic novels have their superhero or whatever character as part of the title, so you end up doing that pretty well. Calvin, you are sort of half-assedly sort of just pretending to put things up on the shelf, but suddenly your stack doesn't seem to get much lower
It's
ever.
like he's like
Yeah.
moving books
Which
around.
is bad because Ron, you're super eager to get your stack put up as soon as possible. So you try as hard as you can to pull a Gus Gus from Cinderella and just pull the bottom of the stack up and put your chin on top of it so you can get as many books stacked up as you can. And as you start to turn around to walk them over to where you want to put them, you run right into Calvin's stack of books that has in no way moved or gotten any slower, and all of the books fly everywhere. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Okay,
Whoa, whoa.
guys, people are trying to study over here. here.
Hey.
I don't know if you're doing like some performance art piece, but it's super annoying.
No, I was almost done, and Ron, what, you
weren't almost
I had
done.
such
Oh,
tiny
great.
piles.
I see that you're all making a larger mess. You know what? Maybe it's fine. You could just go. Just please go, okay? Because this is just more work for me, and now the orders are backing up again, and please leave. Just leave, okay? Come back some other time, maybe when it's not as busy.
Man, she
If
was
that ever
great.
happens.
Eddie, you should like help her. Like, you know, maybe you should work here and figure out. What
Okay, get out!
Okay.
Get out! Please, just get out.
I think we're leaving while we're talking.
Okay, mostly Eric. Thank you very much for the resub.
We ran into Edgar in the library.
There he is.
Hey,
Hey, Edgar.
Hi, Edgar. Bye, Edgar.
Okay, so you guys are leaving?
I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you all
It's mostly Eric.
completely forgot about this English paper. You're not entirely sure how, you're not entirely sure why, but it is due by 5 p.m. and
man.
not a one of you has actually started on it.
Okay,
We
I
have
can
been
do this.
forgetting a lot of things recently.
Yeah, you have. Not so much important things, but this is an important thing. And do any of you even know what the prompt is for this English paper?
I probably
idea.
have it written somewhere. If I can just like
I hope it's Shakespeare.
look through. We've not been doing Shakespeare in there.
I know. I just remember doing it last week, and I was like,
That wasn't in a class.
Yeah, we
though.
did that.
That was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was
I know.
last year.
Oh, there it is, Adelaide, right there in your notebook.
Here it is.
Compare and contrast two famous poems from two separate romantic poets, commenting on style, subject matter, and impact.
Okay, we can do that. That's
no,
easy.
I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven and get like an old burrito and see if I can just get sick.
Oh,
So I don't have to go to class and skip the assignment.
just like pretend to be sick.
I mean, I think you still have to do the assignment.
yeah, that
but
too.
like I get till tomorrow or something, right? So
Look, it's not high school, Calvin. People don't tend to give you extra days on assignments because you ate a bad burrito.
I mean, you haven't seen his burritos, so. But whatever.
All right, look, we can work through this, okay? We've all had to bullshit a paper at the last minute, right?
Oh,
All right.
I don't.
No.
I've
Yeah.
never-
No.
All right,
we all
well,
bullshit.
great if you haven't, but we can figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the plan is, if I understand it properly, write a paper, bullshit a paper, get a bad burrito from 7-Eleven, and hope you get sick.
Yes.
This is accurate?
Hey,
Yeah.
with the amount of time we have, both of their plans is also bullshit
No, I
a
should.
paper.
I'll
Let's
bullshit the
be
paper.
real.
I should bullshit the paper.
Not out.
You're gonna bullshit the paper?
Yeah, I'll bullshit.
I really wanted to see you try and
Megan
get sick
would
with a
bullshit
7-Eleven
the
burrito.
They convinced me I should bullshit.
If you're writing it in like 3 hours, you're bullshitting it.
Meg
Okay,
would.
so
Not out.
you guys, however, in order to write this paper, English is the last class of the day. You are going to have to skip your next class.
What is it?
Your next class on Thursday. Your first class on Thursday, you're gonna have to skip it if you're gonna write
this
this
says
paper.
free period
Seems
for
fine.
me, so I'm good.
I have not taken any absences, so I could do this.
None? What?
No.
Thanks.
Not for
Sawyer,
this
have you
class.
taken any absences in this
Probably
class?
a bunch of absences.
Okay, yeah. This absence might
to
reduce
Italy.
your grade by a letter grade, no matter what.
That seems potentially the case.
Okay, Ron.
I don't think Ron's missed anything.
It doesn't sound like Ron.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I need you all to give me an academics roll at a -4.
Oh my
Unless
god.
you can argue for anything that should ameliorate your penalty.
So academics is our academic skill, right?
This is the academic skill.
Cool. Okay, just making sure.
This is for this paper that we're writing.
This is to write this paper. So if you can give me anything that you feel like should give you a little bit of an edge on this.
I mean, I've been bullshitting papers all my life. This is
Okay.
something I'm very good at. I'm not good at studying over long periods, but come crunch time, I have to do it.
I'll let you roll it at a -3.
I feel like Adelaide would at least already have like poems in mind, being an English major. So she wouldn't have to do the step of like trying to find it. She would just have to pick two poems she knows and compare and contrast, which gives her way extra time, I think.
I will let you roll at a -2, Adelaide.
But I also think Adelaide wouldn't be willing to compromise her integrity because you said you weren't willing to bullshit it.
Yes,
Just saying.
I'm saying she wouldn't bullshit it.
She already
that
has a good
she's not
starting
willing.
point, is what she's
She has a
saying.
good
All right,
starting
okay.
point. So don't try to take my points away.
Damn.
Sawyer.
Nega narc.
I'm just saying, anything at this point's bullshitting it.
Only narcs for evil purposes.
Ron,
Ron's just a
anything in your defense?
natural romantic.
A
There's no
natural
way he
romantic?
understands poems.
Yeah, I'll let you roll at a -3.
Okay. I'll take
Sawyer?
I think Sawyer probably is good at writing papers last minute.
Sure. I'll give you -3 as well.
Okay.
All right, so everyone give me academics -3. Adelaide, academics -2.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna lean back.
Okay, that
so
sucks
you
for
can do it.
Calvin. And for Ron, you rolled the exact same thing, a 1 and a 3.
Hey, my man.
Extra credit to re-roll.
Can I use one of the table ones? Oh wait, I have my own.
That was
Okay.
a
Wow.
good noise.
Still not good.
All right, Benny to re-roll for Ron, and you aced it, Calvin. Double ace for
double
Ron.
ace.
Oh,
So
it's
you
on a
got it.
D10. Oh my
Aced it,
goodness.
So that's a 10 minus 3, 7.
7.
I got a 5.
I
5?
got a
Yeah.
5, but it's -3.
Yes.
So that's not gonna do it.
That's not going to do it. What'd you get?
There it is.
Yes.
13.
Boom.
All right,
Not
I
tiny.
got an 11 -3, so I got a 8.
Success with a raise for Sawyer. A success with 2 raises for Adelaide. You got a 7. A success for Ron.
So
I just got a 5.
A 5, which is a success for Calvin.
Pass is
Explain
pass, baby.
to me, please, and to all of the Alumni Association, what is this writing session like? Are you all together in the same place, frantically working on this, or did you all go to your separate areas? What is the process of this like, and how do you bullshit this if you bullshitted it?
I think whether or not we're in the same place would have depended upon. I don't know. I think Adelaide would have gone
Back to your room?
Yeah, I just don't think she would have thought she would have been able to focus,
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
especially with Calvin there, because he would just want to cheat the whole time.
I probably go to the library.
You went to the library? Okay.
Sure, you can.
Yeah, but that's obvious. You get caught on that. You don't cheat on paper. It's dumb.
I don't know what your rules are.
It's not my rules. It's rules of being a cheater.
Okay, you guys have a paper to write. There's no time for this conversation. You went to your room. You're going to the library. Where are you going,
I also
Calvin?
went to my room and just shut myself in. No electronics. Just got to get through it.
Back to your room?
There's a favorite tree that he likes to write under. So he wrote under his tree.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable. So, Ron, I'm just gonna say you go to this tree because it's nice. It's sun-dappled and shady.
Mm-hmm.
And no one bugs you under this tree. It's like
Yeah.
your tree.
People tend to avoid me even under this tree. I
It's
don't
weird.
know.
It's
So
not the tree.
you get some time to just bring your English book, set it down, and just hand write your paper in your notebook.
Yeah, just. Yeah.
All right, and that's what happens for Ron.
Great.
I had wrote my paper too.
You're in your so you walk into
Damn.
your room and music is thumping, and Laura Lee is up on top of your bed, just really getting into it.
Lorelei, I need you to.
Oh my
to be
God!
very
Privacy! Hold on,
No,
hold
I
on.
have to write a paper.
She gets her phone and she hold on,
I have to write a
on.
paper, so I need you to be quiet.
Sorry, Adelaide. What are you doing here?
I have to write. I live here, and I have to write.
I thought you were in class right now.
No, I had to skip it because I forgot about a paper.
You had to what?
Yeah, you heard what I said.
Yeah, no, but not both parts of it because I was too busy processing the part where you skipped a
Okay,
class.
I get it, but I have to do this. So can you just be quiet or something? Also, I
Well,
don't. Why are you on my bed? Ugh, it
This
doesn't
is I'm practicing for my dance routine. I told you I have like a dance show coming up, and you said you would look at your schedule and see if you could maybe come, but we haven't talked about it since then. But I practice when you're at class on Thursdays.
Was that during spring break or like?
No, it was
Was
last
that,
week.
Weird. Yeah, I feel like I've been losing a lot of time, so I think it's that too.
Okay, if you have a drug or alcohol problem, I have people that I can refer
No.
you to.
Listen, you lost
My
the
therapist
time
has a
too.
lot of really good
Okay,
contacts.
no, that's I have to study. I don't have time to.
Okay, well,
I don't have a drug or alcohol problem.
my problem is here that I have to practice for my dance routine.
Okay, so you practice, but just can you do it without music for just a little?
How am I supposed to practice dancing without music,
Can
Adelaide?
you use headphones or something? I really have to compare these two poems.
I can use headphones, but
Okay,
then I can't
thank
really
you. That's
feel
very
them. Then I
nice of
can't
you.
really
I
feel
very
the
much
music.
appreciate
Okay,
it.
you didn't let
Okay.
me finish, but so you're handwriting this,
Yes.
even though you're in your room with your computer?
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
Because my computer's
Wow.
been really weird lately.
Has it been? I don't know. You only have so much time, and typing is so much faster than handwriting.
They probably also want you to submit it as a electronic document.
He handwrote it.
Yeah,
Ron
he gets a
is
special
special.
dispensation because anytime he
basic-
tries to submit something online, somehow it crashes the server.
Yeah.
He's basically Amish.
Yeah.
Somehow my Word documents are like 68 gigabytes. Because they're just full. There's like
He put-
unseen like URLs and stuff in there with things that he just has no idea are there. But
And you like to jazz it up with a nice image every now and then, just to
yeah.
The FBI has visited us twice because of his paper.
Yeah. But there's like a funny hippo that's yawning that he likes to put sometimes on things.
You
It's his
tried to add in a
calling card.
picture and you accidentally added in like 6 hours of hippo noises.
Yeah.
So
Andy,
it
come on.
seems like you would go to your computer first.
Fine,
Yeah.
yes, I would.
Okay, would you please open up the East Texas University book to the anti-technology hindrance page?
You cursed
It was all
dodger.
leading to this.
Can't dodge this curse.
No, I thought that she already like knew that electronics were being weird for her.
Yeah, you know that they're a little weird, but you have a paper to write and you don't have much time.
So what do I just roll a d6?
Yeah, give me that D6 roll.
Normal. The device works as it's supposed to. It was a 5.
A 5. The device works as it's supposed to. How did that sentence finish?
That's how it finished.
Genie the
The
hell out of
device
us.
works as it's supposed to.
Period. Then there's another word, but you didn't ask about
Which
that.
says
Mostly.
mostly. All right.
It is literally
So
period. Then mostly period. Look at it in your East Texas University
Curse
book.
dodger.
you turn on your computer. You turn on your computer and you sit down at it, and as soon as it boots up, the speakers start loudly and angrily blaring, "I wanna know what love is! I want you to show
Were you
me!"
using my computer too?
No, I would never play that song. What even is that? That sounds like music my dad would listen to.
It's my.
I wanna know what love is!
I don't know.
You cannot get it to stop.
I just need to tie this paper.
I can't. This is really mess. Now I'm gonna have to use headphones because this beat does not work at all with my
I
dance
don't know
routine.
what's wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, like, have you tried unplugging the speakers?
Okay.
I want you to show me. You unplug the speakers and it seems to be coming out of the tower somehow. The song just will not stop.
I don't know. Is there like maybe this is a Barrett prank?
No, that seems way too technologically adept.
He's surprising sometimes.
Okay, well, I guess just write your paper and try and work through the pain. I'm gonna put my headphones
Okay.
on. And as your computer blares out this song and Laura Lee is just getting it behind you to headphones, you frantically try and drown out all of the environmental noise and manage to write a pretty kick-ass paper
Yes, I did.
all the same.
Is she
Calvin,
still on my bed?
what's up?
Is she still on?
She's back on the ground now. Calvin, you're in your room working
No.
on your paper, right?
Mhm. Yes. I'm just wearing headphones at the desk, just going at it. Not writing it, I'm typing it.
Bro.
I got headphones on.
Bro.
You would tell him that.
No, I'm telling Jordan that.
Yeah.
Bro.
What? What, man? Can't you see I'm busy?
Yeah, take your headphones off.
Oh my God, what?
What are you doing?
I'm working on a paper. It's due in like an hour, man. I gotta do this.
You got plenty of time. You want to play Call of Duty?
I mean, I do, but no, I can't. I gotta do this paper, man.
It's just that I'm down like a sniper.
Oh shit, I'm so good at sniping.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked. But it's cool. I can just probably like find some like 12-year-old kid who's super good, and
No,
he can raise our team like
Nope.
squad rank up. It's
Wait,
cool.
Wait, is Bondo on too?
And
Scott Thulu? Oh God.
I think the whole gang's getting together, but it's cool. I'm sure we can just recruit like some like 11-year-old kid who's
No,
like
no. Wait, let me just finish this paper.
super like I'll learn some new slang words or something.
Let me just like type up an last paragraph.
No, man, you
I'll
should
just end it in the
work.
middle.
You should work. It's just, oh, wow. Oh, dude. Never mind. Here's like this 10-year-old kid who's
No,
like, oh, man. Check it out. He's got so much profanity in his name. That's badass. I think, sorry, man. I think I'm just going to go ahead and invite this kid, Dick Wangs.
Oh shit.
How does he, like,
69.
that's great. I wish I had come up with that. That'd be way better.
69.
Oh,
420.
damn it.
Anyways, you don't mind if I'm just playing like some really great Call of Duty games right next to you while you're working, right?
No, it's fine. Have
All right,
fun.
cool. I wanna know what love is. All right, and then Sawyer, you go to the library, right?
Yep.
I think this computer's not working right now. We're just debugging it.
I'd probably go to another computer. Well, actually, I have a question about the library.
Okay,
actually,
but I'm just the computer guy here.
Okay, you seem like you know what you're doing around here.
I mean, when it comes to computers at the library, yes.
Okay, well, I actually have a question about the computers.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess this can wait. Yeah, how can I help you?
Do the computers have, like, names?
Do they have names?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, do I?
If
like,
I had to
like,
put
is this
the
one
computers
Carl, or...
in alphabetical order,
how
would I do that?
I mean, the computers are numbered. If you want to like reserve a station for a long period of time, you have to go speak to one of the librarians and get.
They're just numbered, though?
Well, yeah. Like this one's, computer D6, and then they all have.
D6. Okay, so I could alphabetize them though.
I think they already are like they're in rows. Like that's the A section, that's the B section, C, and then D.
Thank you. You've helped me very much.
With computers too. It's pretty all right.
Am I allowed to just use these though? Like I have to.
Well, how long are
paper.
you going to use it?
Probably the next hour. We have like 2 hours, right?
Yeah, you've got a couple hours.
Next couple hours.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, so I don't work here, but I do think they have a policy where like you can sit at a computer for like 15 minutes But if you need longer than that, you do have to go reserve one with the librarian.
Is it like
I've heard.
Is it sitting at the same computer?
I mean, you can jump around, but your session's gonna log. You're gonna lose all your work.
I could always do it on a Google Doc. You know what?
You could do it on a Google Doc. Yeah, I mean, that would honestly be way smarter.
I'll go ask the librarian. Just
okay, just don't ask the librarian any like IT questions. That's what I do. And the librarians answer questions about the library.
Okay, look, I've come to this library a bunch of times.
Cool. I mean, a lot of people have, and yet this still keeps coming up.
You always actually tend to know the answer I'm looking for when I ask about library.
Hey, this is a library! Shh!
Whatever.
Sorry, there's a big crowd of people over there. It's just something that got really loud.
Wait, but you get the fact that you know all the answers and are always in the library.
Okay.
It's why people think that you know the library.
Can I level with you?
Yeah.
These computers are not great, right? So the library often needs me to perform maintenance on the computer. So am I here a lot? Yes. Have I learned some things about how the library works as a result of that? Yes. Do I work for the library? In no way, shape, or form. So, is there anything else? Because I do really, after this, I have to go get some viruses off of one that I think a student did something,
No, it's fine. I'm going to go over to computer B2.
Okay.
And
which is open.
Oh, good. And I will write on a small piece of paper, the river was dry, and tape it under the computer there.
Okay. The river was dry. You tape underneath the computer.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, again though, if you're gonna use that one for more than 15 minutes, you do need to reserve it with a librarian.
And then
I work here.
Go upstairs and just reserve whatever computer with the librarian.
Okay.
So that I can work there.
All right. So you all made your rolls, and miraculously, all of you were able to pull this paper straight out your butts, or out of your brains, or from underneath a sun-dappled tree and inside of your heart. And you actually show up
Mostly butts, though.
to your English class and turn it in
Majority.
with a sense of somewhat well-earned confidence.
Nice.
Before we continue, some people bought us some shots, and that's good, because this has been a stressful academic day for everyone. Time to unwind. Raise your red solo cups. Escape Box Games Ted bought us a shot. Just got done molding and influencing young minds on a 2-hour night hike through the forest. Time to relax and enjoy the best Friday night show around. Raise them up and chug! Thanks very much, Escape Box Games Ted, but I gotta say, your Friday night show sounds pretty cool as well.
We're
Yeah.
watching Xena.
Bondo bought us a shot. My crystal just turned red. I have to get to the sanctuary. Raise them up and chug! Thank you very much, Bondo. The infamous King Cupcake bought us a shot. Not even a fire on the hill by my house will keep me away. We're glad to hear it won't keep you away, but keep an eye on that fire on the hill by your house.
Yeah.
It's safe.
Baby.
Raise them up and chug! Thanks very much, Infamous King Cupcake, and thank you to BSB Care for the tip.
There are rituals going on the hill next to your house.
Vampire 54 bought us a shot. Well, Sawyer, you now have a -2 to cast those miracles for taking the Lord's name in vain. Also, we shall always be even with the universe. Vampire 54 once again making things even. Raise them up and chug! Thanks very much.
Even versus odd. The great battle of all time.
As like a Narnian bought us a shot. Bloop.
It's because of you.
Raise them up and chug! Thanks very much, as like a Narnian.
Love it.
Right back at you. And BSB Care bought us a shot. B2 or not B2, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to use that computer or rise against them. To study, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. Raise them up and chug! Thanks very much, BSB Care.
Choose your glasses.
Also, mostly Eric got a point of extra credit that he would like to sing. Send to the Dean.
Sing.
And we all sing Dean Aline. Thank you very much, mostly Eric. And also, the Alumni Association has unlocked the final reward tier for the evening, which is
The
called
biggest draw.
some sort of etymologist.
What?
So thank you
Wait.
very much, Alumni Association, for unlocking that. Okay, so you guys get through your English class. You turn in your papers. You let off a big sigh of relief. And now, class is done for the day. What would you like to do?
What day of the week is it?
As previously discussed, it is a Thursday.
Did we discuss
Should,
it? Sorry,
I
Dennis.
think it was mentioned.
Talk about Thursday.
Well, but first, should we go back to the bookstore and see if Mary...
What? Bookstore twice in one day? No.
Look, maybe let's look into other bookstores. I mean, we didn't exactly make the best impression at that one.
Yeah, I still... Nobody remembers? Okay. Yeah.
I've been searching around Instagram, and people keep mentioning it to me, but I haven't been able to find anything about it, so...
It's private. The video's been marked private.
And they somehow know not to let us accept it when they follow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We could try a different one, I guess.
Okay, so if you guys are looking around for bookstores, what criteria are you looking for in a bookstore in Pine Box in order for it to be a suspect?
2-story.
2 stories.
I think I would go to any bookstore.
Any bookstore. Doesn't
Simply
matter if it's
because
2 stories or
it's
not.
Pine Box. It can't be huge. I
Not
mean, yes,
corporate.
Not corporate.
Yeah, not like local bookstores.
One other maybe important factor to
Is
weigh in
named
mind.
Ralph's Bookstore.
No.
No.
Although you can check.
I mean, if it is.
One other thing that would be very important,
I don't know. What?
if it was mentioned in this book,
It would have to have been around in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
sure.
yes.
Old.
2 stories,
Oh.
not corporate, would have to have been around since at least the 50s.
Old.
Yep.
All right, so how do you want to try and figure that out?
Or it's a border.
Thank you.
Or it's a Borders now.
Holy.
Catus Magus.
Romanov 471, Scruffy, Dead Custodian, Cram Day, and Catus Magus. Thank you all for the
Thank
subs,
you.
resubs,
all.
and thank you to
Scruffy.
SF Giants 49.
SF Giants 49 for gifting those
What a
subs.
birthday! What a birthday treat.
What a birthday
you.
treat for everyone else.
Yeah.
So how would you guys like to look into this? How would you like to try and find these this bookstore, this mythical bookstore?
Yellow Pages.
Should we?
Yellow Pages.
Well, how many bookstores
Internet?
are there? Should we split up and do this instead? It'd be faster to do that.
There's not a lot.
No, there's not really many. I mean, like,
Bless you.
if, we lose time again, then at least,
All
I
right.
guess it doesn't matter.
All right. Well, I'll drive. We could just do them real quick. One, bing, bing, bang.
So you just want to
No.
drive around to the other bookstores in town.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll get out and go in there real quick. But
There are a
stay
total of 4.
around. Oh, okay. Cool.
And the first one you go to, 1 story.
Okay, so it's not this one, so we can mark
Cut it.
that off.
And
That's great.
Next.
All right. The next one, 2 stories.
Okay,
Oh.
this could be it.
Looks pretty new.
Well, we should check. We should check to be
Let
sure.
me
Maybe they
Googles it
just
up.
did some renovation. I can go in and ask.
They don't have a plaque that's like established circa 1992.
They do not on the outside of the bookstore. Simply called Book, period.
Oh, that
Oh,
does
that
make
does
me...
sound pretty modern.
Yeah, it does.
Bear got the chicken dinner with Scott Thule
What are
and
you
Bondo.
doing?
Sorry. Yeah. No. It's new.
All right.
Did you actually look that up,
Okay,
or did you
let's
just say
just
that?
step in and ask them when it was established.
Yeah, just to be safe. We're here, and it looks really cool. I mean,
I mean,
get
should
an
I roll
idea
for it?
of
Can I
I mean, it
research?
seems like they only have one book though.
That's a weird, like, modern thing. Hipster.
They might have even changed the name
Hipster.
in the last couple of years,
Like,
so we don't know
yeah.
for sure that means. I'm retro.
Do you want me to roll to see if I can tell how old it is through Googling?
Well, I mean, you're already here. You might as well just walk
Yeah.
inside. Googling would have been something you did before you started driving around town to look at the bookstore. So you guys walk in through the glass, the very clean glass doors inside of this white painted building, revealing a lot of more white painted walls inside with very sparsely populated shelves. All of the titles face out. All of them seem to be very, very obscure books that none of you have really heard that much about, except for Sawyer.
Some
Sue
of the
Raccoon,
shelves-
That Other John Stewart, Lizard Breath 27,
Hey!
Seth Locke, and Ducky Poo. Thank you all for the subs and
you.
resubs, and thank you to
Deucey?
Vampire 54 for
Hey!
gifting
Thanks
those.
so much.
Woo, thank you. Deucey?
Some of the shelves
Hello.
have like only one book on them.
Welcome to Book.
What?
Hi.
How may I assist you today?
How long have you been here? Like the store?
Uh,
Or I mean, they might be the same thing.
I mean, I've been here since 9 today.
Oh no, I meant like, how long have you been in this town?
First time in Book.
Yes, it is our first time in.
All right.
Yes.
So Book is a curated experience
But-
more than it is a bookstore. What we try and do here is identify what it is that you are looking for intellectually, spiritually, and then pair each individual person not with the book that they come to buy, but the book that wants to be bought.
I just.
What's that mean?
When were you? When did did Book, name
Book.
Book, move into this building? Like, when did you guys open for the first time?
I don't know, man. I just work here.
How long have you worked here?
Like, I don't know, a few months.
Oh,
So
who
like a
hired
manager or
you?
somebody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Book isn't so much a place that has a manager, so much as it is a loose collective of academics interested in the literary arts
Okay.
who are wanting to just
Honestly,
kind of...
I am interested in coming in and actually finding out like if their process works at all.
Well, you're here
Well,
now.
but
Would you
like,
like
what are
us
you
to
talking
walk
about?
you through the book steps?
Well,
Oh my good God.
Entertainment, is okay too in books.
No, me and Ron, we gone.
okay.
It's important.
Actually, I'm
too.
sorry. We're doing a history project on establishments that have been part of Pine Box.
No, they ain't.
Listen, I already told you how this works, okay? I'm not going to give you a history book just because that's what you need. I'm going to give you the book that you require.
So,
All right. Aren't you guys curious though? Right?
I mean, yeah.
We left.
Oh,
Me and Ron left.
your friends are gone.
He's driving. I don't.
Okay. I'll be back later. I do have to stick with them, but I am curious as to what the book process
But, like-
ends up getting me.
I think Book can do a lot for you.
Do you have like fire or bitter blue? Like, do you have books that are also like?
I don't know what those are.
Okay, well they're like just in the shore, and they're really good. It's fantasy. I mean, it's technically young adult fantasy. It's good.
So
but, like,
it's trash.
Okay,
It's a sweet
Adelaide.
bird.
What?
Let's go.
It
I don't
is
think this is
not
where we're looking.
trash.
Adelaide.
You have not read it. You can't know that.
It's genre
Okay.
fiction. I don't have to
Okay.
read genre
You know what?
fiction. to
I
know
We've
that
got
it's
to
worked at
go.
a library.
We need to leave.
I imagine you're like pulling me out.
Yes, that's like exactly
But
what's
she's
happening.
still arguing.
Thank you for visiting Book. I have been Timothy.
That place should not exist.
I mean, that guy's definitely like a wizard or some shit, right?
No,
Like
he's
if someone's
a
doing
horrible
magic in this
person.
town, it's that
There's
guy.
no magic in that store. There is a lack of magic. Like, it is a
Alright.
black hole.
Okay.
Did he
For
also
magic.
not like genre fiction?
Oh shit, he didn't like your books.
All right, okay.
That is not a funny. That is like a bully. That's bully behavior, Calvin.
What are you talking about? He didn't like
It
your
is.
books?
You're laughing at the fact that people make fun of people who like things
We're
like
all
that.
laughing. What are you talking about?
No,
No, it's just it's happened before. I'm not.
And that's a funny thing.
it's not funny because it's a stereotype that needs to change because it's really good and it keeps people away from things. Like, you actually enjoyed role-playing games, but you won't ever go near them because
Okay.
of the connotations around them.
All right,
books,
look,
it's 'cause
look.
it's
The
weird.
societal implications of dislike of genre fiction is not the subject right now. We need to find another bookstore with 2 floors that is an old bookstore And what was our third thing that we had?
Old.
It's not corporate.
Not corporate.
All right.
Okay?
Yes,
There's only two more
we
options.
do need to do
Here we
that,
go.
but it is important and should be acknowledged.
There's only one more
So
option.
not
We already know the fourth one. It's Mary Lynn.
Is Mary Lynn's one of the four we were talking about?
Yes. There's only 4 bookstores in town.
Well, let's go to the one we haven't tried then.
Okay.
B. Dalton.
It's not. It's actually a Crown bookstore.
Oh, Crown.
It's, there is a small brick building, very narrow, 2 stories. Looks kind of oldish, as does the sign. You guys don't remember ever seeing a sign that said Crown Bookstore, and I don't even know if any of you would even be aware of that as an old book corporate store. So yeah, Crown Bookstore. It's here.
Okay.
We
2
go
stories.
inside.
Looks old. Looks promising.
Let's check it out.
Crown's like an old thing, like right?
Yeah.
Like Kings of Crowns.
Right.
I mean, you know, the Queen of England still has a crown. It's not, and they've been around for a while.
But the crown has been around.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
not like a
okay.
new crown.
You walk in, and there is a bing as you walk through the front door.
Perfect.
Into this completely empty bookstore where there is an older gentleman reading a newspaper behind the counter. Welcome to Crown Books.
Thank you.
Oh, where are the books at?
We have some in the back.
Well, okay.
Cool.
Whoa.
Well, we were actually wondering how long you guys have had a bookstore. We're doing a project about places that have been here for a while.
Oh God, you're not with corporate, are you?
No, corporate. No, we're with East Texas
You look
University.
like we're with corporate? What are you talking about?
We go to school.
Because if this is a corporate thing, you have to tell me.
I'm not. No,
Okay,
I
wait.
don't.
No.
You guys are like a book chain.
Well, we were,
Oh,
and I have a strong suspicion that, corporate just forgot that this location existed.
is that why you don't have any books?
Well, they're in the back. I still get a shipment from overseas, just one overseas shipment a month. I think maybe they forgot to cancel it.
Do you have a this thing about old buildings that have like safe rooms? Do you have one of those?
I mean, it's pretty safe in the back. There's not a lot of stuff back there except China's top 10 bestsellers.
Do you own this place?
No.
Do you know who does?
Well, my understanding is Crown Books, but
Who pays you?
that's a mystery that I've been trying to get figured out for a while.
All right.
So you're not from corporate.
No.
No,
from
no.
the
Okay, so
school.
you're not here to shut this down.
No.
Oh, thank God, because this is probably the best gig I've ever had.
Wait, are y'all hiring?
No.
Oh,
No,
I mean-
the whole place, the whole company went under.
but you still
But they just didn't close this location down. And I still get a bi-weekly paycheck, and we still get a shipment from China about once a month.
But
So listen, if you want some Chinese bestsellers, I can get that for you. You want a quiet place to study? Just don't tell anybody I'm here.
I mean, you're really riding the edge here, man.
why do you
Okay,
that's
even
cool.
have the door unlocked?
Well, just in case
Of
anybody coming in, maybe from corporate, to
I mean-
do like a...
clearly, I mean, how long has this been happening?
Guys,
Well, let's see. Crown Books went under about, I want to say, 18 years ago.
18
so
years?
Might have been longer.
all right.
You've been doing this for 18 years.
I've been doing this for 18 years for $6.50 a week.
Guys, I
Oh.
think maybe this is not the place we're looking for.
$650 a week, young blood.
Oh shit! That,
Well,
I mean,
don't
that
you
ain't bad, but
Don't
it
you
ain't
think
good.
it's weird that there's a store that like a corporate office forgot about and has this whole upstairs area?
It's extremely weird.
I just thought we should look into
Wait, hold
it.
up. How many Chinese books do you sell in a month?
I mean, how many would you think?
0?
Yep, dead on.
Ralph ever work?
Hey, they're really piling up in the back. I just kind of, when a new shipment comes in and I don't have room, I just kind of, I take one of the boxes out back and light a nice toasty fire and...
Are they
books?
are they in English, like the books that are bestsellers in China, but in English?
No, they're in Chinese.
But
I'm
wait,
Okay.
I'm
hang on, do you
befuddled by
know
your
a Ralph?
existence.
Ralph? Did a Ralph?
I know a
work
couple
here?
Ralphs, yeah.
But who
I got a
works
buddy
here?
named
No,
Ralph
no,
from back in the
just-
day.
Oh,
Do you have? But did he work here?
Oh, no, it's just me.
Okay.
No, Ralph.
Now look,
No.
I think maybe this isn't where we're looking for. It fails one of our criteria.
Well, are you
pretty
looking
heavily.
for a Chinese bestseller?
No.
no.
I guess it could be that.
Then
I
this
just have-
might
I don't
not
think
be the
that's
place.
So many more questions.
Yeah. Trust me.
Listen, I feel you, but I find it best not to ask.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
we
show
were
up
last
every
time.
day, open the shop at 9 a.m., make myself some coffee, read the newspaper, maybe take a nap, do some light stretches, close it down, have a nice light lunch, come back, have another cup of coffee, finish reading the newspaper, then I go home. Every 2 weeks I collect my paycheck, it's directly deposited into my account. $6.50 a week, young blood.
So you
Okay.
just don't do anything all day?
I read the paper, do some
Oh.
light stretches. Every now and then I am trying to learn Mandarin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, make the books.
Everybody-
Makes sense.
This is bizarre. But we have other bizarre things to look into.
Yay! Hi, you came in at such a good point.
Dad Dragon Show.
Hi,
Thank you for
Dad
the raid.
Dragon Show.
Shields up,
Thank you for the
Raiders.
raid.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome,
How much
welcome
of
to
that
the
did you hear?
welcome to the last existing Crown bookstore in America.
Guys,
If you're a Walden
This-
Books fan, sorry.
this bookstore is its own Twilight Zone episode. But it's not the Twilight Zone episode we need to be in right now, okay?
Wait. I mean, like, we just lost Sawyer's Place. Like, could this be the new Sawyer's Place?
No.
I'm just saying, like, it's an empty room. Like, could we just hang out here sometime?
Have you seen some
the
magic?
the empty room you talking about upstairs?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you got
no,
an empty. Yeah.
that's where the bats are.
But
Bats.
it's not a safe-ish room. Safe.
Well, it depends on how you feel about bats, young miss.
It's so good. It's so stupid. I love it.
I don't think, sir, I don't think we have strong opinions about bats either way.
Well, you don't know about my opinion about bats. We can talk about bats. Yeah.
I like bats. They're kind of cute.
I like bats too. They're cool.
All right, okay, we do have strong opinions about bats, but they're irrelevant to what we need to be figuring out right now, which is that this is not the bookstore we're looking for.
I'm gonna be honest. Even if you did want to buy a Chinese bestseller, I have no idea what they retail for. All of the numbers are also in Chinese. I assume if there are any numbers on the box.
This is the worst
Numbers can't
bookstore
be
I've ever
Chinese.
been in.
I ain't
And
gonna
I just
argue with you,
came
young blood.
I just came from Book.
I don't know what that is.
That's
Nobody knows
probably
what that
for the
is,
better.
man. Shit.
But I think we've got to go, right?
Yes, I think we're in the right place the first time.
I guess. Can I get you anything? Like,
No, I'm set
are
up.
you alive?
Yeah.
All right.
Listen, if you do want to do me a solid, could you just like not tell corporate about what's going on?
I
here?
don't even. There's not even a corporate that exists anymore.
Yeah, I know, but you got to figure that the company or its assets were bought by somebody, possibly a Chinese business overseas.
Out of curiosity, I
That
might
make a lot
look
of
into
sense,
the
right?
existence of corporate.
No.
Please don't.
So
But I won't tell
Hey,
them
man,
about you.
Don't ruin this man's dream.
I'm
all
not.
right?
I won't. It seems like he's got it worked out.
I got a
Live
good
his
thing
dream.
going here, son.
I mean, I have friends that are taking like Chinese at the college. Maybe they could come here and get some books.
No.
he doesn't know how to sell them.
More business means more eyes means
Well-
more questions.
Well, hold on. How much you think they would pay for a Chinese bestseller?
Oh no, that's a good question.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
Because I ain't had anyone
There's nowhere else.
collect any cash register money for quite some time. So you think what? I could get maybe 10?
No.
15?
No. Those are imports, man. Double
Yeah.
that. Double that.
All right. Okay.
20?
20.
At least.
20 bucks.
Guys,
Man, that's
they
a lot of
probably
crates.
are buying them on Amazon most of the time.
How many Chinese classes do they have at the school up there?
4,
4 Chinese classes. How many kids
Yeah.
each class?
about 40.
40
All right.
kids in
Ron?
4 Chinese
I
classes.
didn't know you knew about
buying
the Chinese class.
$20
This math is
books.
fantastic.
Oh.
How many books do you think each one? Because I mean, one book probably wouldn't be enough for them to.
Right. Okay.
That's 160.
Wait,
So,
hold
so
on,
Ron
hold on.
like leans in real close
Buying
and
a
starts.
$20
Ron, hold
book.
up. Don't do this now. Are we gonna get part of that share? If we're bringing business over to you, just saying. we should get part of that share, right?
Okay. You guys can come back here.
$3,200?
How did you calculate? What?
You guys can come back here later and set up some sort of scam
Hey,
with this strange man who lives in what might be a bookstore.
Let me get you a business card.
Chill, man.
Okay.
I drove. You can't leave.
Couple
Shut up.
business cards.
Okay.
Okay, you just hand these out to any of your friends
Uh-huh.
learning Chinese
Okay.
and tell them that if they need the finest Chinese bestsellers, I got them here.
Okay.
They just gotta be cash only
Yeah.
and just kind of keep it on the down low.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
you're like, where else are you gonna get these in town?
Ron's a book dealer now. That's awesome.
Well, I don't know. Maybe like a bookie or something like that.
You're like a bookie. Yeah, I like that much
no,
better.
No, Calvin. No.
He said it himself. I didn't say
Hold
shit.
up.
He doesn't know what that means,
You're a
maybe.
bookie?
No.
I mean, I guess
That's
because
for
if I get people that
gambling.
Hey, what odds you got on the
Yeah,
match coming
no.
up?
It's a gambling.
Just hold on, young
Just
miss.
say
Let me
match.
talk to the young
No.
man here.
Matt,
Just say two
you
numbers.
guys should drag me out.
Yeah. I think we grab you, like, go and sashay.
Which
and
match?
we take
Which
you out.
I don't know
He's
which
not-
one.
it's-
The
I
match,
don't-
young blood.
It's probably.
Ron has statistics. He would have known the odds. Damn.
Dang it! Just don't tell corporate.
About the match?
Anything.
On the note of not telling corporate, we have some extra credit points to hold.
Hey!
So cool.
Dead Custodian wants to give one to Ron.
Ooh, thank you.
Romanov 471 wants to give one to Calvin.
That's
Woo!
me. Thank you.
Ducky Poo wants to give one to me, the Dean.
Dean Lee.
Halloween.
The other John Stewart wants to give one to Ron.
Thank you.
Lizard Breath 27 wants to give one to Adelaide.
Oh, thank you.
Soon Raccoon wants to give one to Ron.
Hey, thank you.
Right.
And Cram Day wants to give one to Calvin.
All right.
Thank you very much, Alumni Association. Okay. With the other 3 bookstores knocked off your list, that leaves only one, Mary Lynn's.
Well, we probably shouldn't go back today, right?
I mean,
Maybe
things aren't
just-
probably going to get better if we wait too long.
She sort of kicked us out earlier.
Maybe not all of us. I mean, especially not me. I kind of screwed things up.
Yeah, you really did, man.
Look, we all screwed things up because we were stacking books
Yeah.
weirdly.
Why are we blacking out?
It's just not something I would do. I just don't
I
understand.
mean, I do it on purpose most nights with the drinking, but like,
Oh.
just in a bookstore, like, what was
Look,
I
that?
thought you meant stacked books.
Let's just
Touch a
go
book
in,
past midnight.
explain what we're looking for. Again, maybe it'll be less busy. And worst case scenario, someone can distract her and we can try and find our way upstairs.
Oh, wait, what? We going upstairs now?
Yeah, we're trying to find the sanctuary.
But then, like, just break into some lady's bookstore upstairs? For what?
Well, let's just see if we can talk to her first.
I don't know what you think the plan is, but
I thought we
yeah,
were just gonna-
sometimes you gotta go where people say you're not allowed to go.
Yeah, but you gotta have a good reason. We ain't got a reason yet.
Let's
What I'm
What do you
saying?
mean?
let's-
We think there's... All right.
let's just go talk, and then if we have to break in, we will
All right, Addie.
or won't. I don't know.
No,
I just
cool.
think we
Addie's
need to
into
go.
breaking into places.
No,
Let's
that's
do it.
not right. Anyway, let's just go talk to her.
Okay, so you guys are going back to Mary Lynn's?
Yep.
Okay, so you head back to Mary Lynn's, which at this point, later in the day, is less busy, and Mary Lynn seems a bit more self-assured behind the counter. She sees you all coming, and for a moment looks at you, and then her eyes just kind of light up, and she motions you over.
Oh,
You 4,
yes.
listen, I just want to say, and don't do it again, but I do want to say thank you. Because earlier, when you pulled your little stunt, you actually took a lot of pressure off of me. Everyone was paying attention to what was going on. No one was ordering. I got an hour, basically. I mean, granted, during most of that time, I was yelling at you and trying to get you to stop, but I was able to catch up on the drinks. So I guess, in a way, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
But don't do it again.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess we will present an apology for doing it, and also you're welcome for helping out, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, so I just want to make sure we understand that we don't like to pull all the books off the shelves and stack them up as high as we can do it,
Yeah, that wasn't even the plan
just
coming in.
to see who can win.
What
I mean, it
were we
was
winning?
me, though.
I was never clear on that.
It was me. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Can I help you with anything? Did you want a drink or?
Well, we were actually doing a project about the history of some of the places here in town, and we picked your store as one of them because you've been here for a long time.
Oh well, I haven't been.
But the store,
Yes, actually. I think, if I remember properly, I think this building is actually over 100 years old.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Cool.
It's one of the older buildings in downtown Pine
And,
Box.
and it's been a bookstore the whole time?
I don't know if it's been a bookstore the whole time. There was a bookstore here many years ago, which closed down, and then I purchased the spot.
Was it Ralph's Books?
I think maybe the owner was originally someone named Ralph. That sounds right. I never met the man. He had moved away long before that.
Well, we heard that there was some weird building things that they built. When building...
I think what she means is we're asking if the current layout of the building is what it originally was, or if there were any additions or changes.
Well, I kind of I redecorated the downstairs, tried to give it a more modern feel, but hang on to the the original charm, I guess.
But the architecture of the building is
Largely
as far
the
as you know,
same.
original.
Largely the same. Yeah, I didn't really have the money to do any heavy modification to the architecture, and I mean, look at the place. I fell in love with it as soon as I walked in.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Well, if it's not too much trouble, would you be willing to give us like a bit of a tour of the bookstore? Just because the architecture of Pine Box, as it was coming up as a town, is another part of what we're trying to put into our reports.
Give me persuade.
All right.
Well,
It's a 1
that's
and a
not
2.
a crit fail.
No, but it's very close.
All I can see is the one.
Oh no!
Let's
All
make
right,
it a crit fail.
let's
says
do
Jordan.
better.
Well, that's a 1 and a 5, which is actually a 6 because I get +1 when I'm lying about shit.
That's true, you do. Okay.
No!
She aced it. She got an 8. I thought your report was on the
History.
Building
history
stuff.
of the owners of the
Buildings
businesses.
and the
History of the
owners.
I'm very confused. What class is this for?
History. She doesn't.
Is there a bathroom in here I could use?
Oh, yeah, it's in the back.
Okay, cool.
It's local history.
Local history. That's a course at the university. Is that a new elective?
Yes.
The class is just on history, but the section we are doing is like applied local history.
Okay.
I'm not going to the bathroom.
Where are you going?
I'm going upstairs.
Okay, well, you can't see how to get upstairs. There are no stairs that you can see. So as you head back to the bathroom, give me a notice roll.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to really have that.
Oh, okay. Meta.
Come on, come with me.
Okay.
I got a 5.
A 5. Okay, so you walk towards the back of the store, leaving them up to explain what sort of local history segment they're doing in the history class.
Yes.
And you see towards the back of the store, opposite the wall where the bathrooms are, there is an old antique door, and there is a rope kind of hung across it with a sign that says "No Admittance" on it. Below that, there is a handwritten sign taped to the "No Admittance" sign that you can't read from here.
It's taped to the bigger sign you said?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like a big metal sign that says "No Admittance" kind of hung with a rope across that door, and beneath that there is a hand lettered note that has been taped to
Okay.
it.
I'll go take a closer look.
Okay.
See what that says.
The hand lettered note says, "This is not a motel. If you want somewhere private, get a room. This area is being monitored." And there
Okay.
is a surveillance camera mounted above the door.
And it has a red light and everything?
Well, there's a surveillance camera.
Okay. Can I...
It's like a GoPro.
Okay. My major is electronics.
Mhm.
Can I tell if it's actually working?
Give me an electronics roll.
Okay, cool. Aced it.
Aced it.
Oh, got a 7.
Okay, a 7. That's still a success.
Yeah,
Almost a
it's
success
just
with the
one
race.
success.
As you're standing there kind of looking up at it, you notice a few things that strike you as weird. You can't tell exactly where the cable connected to the GoPro is going. It seems to just kind of like run up to the ceiling and then sort of disappear. But it doesn't look like it's set up properly.
Okay.
Nor, as far as you can tell, does it seem to be recording. In fact, you would guess this is here more as a deterrent than as an actual recording device.
Okay. then I'm going to ignore the camera and text the group and say, I'm going. Well, I guess I don't know if I'm going upstairs. I'm going off grid and head
You
on
don't say
through.
going upstairs?
Well, I don't know if it's stairs. Is it? Do I see stairs? It's just a
You
door.
just see a door,
Yeah.
an old
Oh, okay.
antique door.
So I assume I am, but I guess if I open, I see stairs. I'll say stairs.
Okay, because I'm kind of like, I feel like we might be a little confused by I'm going off grid as a...
I just don't know yet, but I'll open it and see.
Okay.
It's also going off grid? Oh, I have so many things to say about that.
You're like, so my mom said she was doing
Yeah.
it.
You kind of look around and turn the knob on the door. It is, of course, locked.
Son of a bitch.
And it has like a. Is it locked? Is it like a round door, or is that actually have like a keyhole?
It does have a keyhole.
It does have a keyhole.
I still have my D4 in thievery.
All right. I'm gonna just text the group and say, Addie, you have to go to the bathroom.
I'm gonna go.
So
No,
it's
I
a
don't.
history class. It's a history class that encapsulates like world history, but the unit you're on is local history.
Well, okay, so
Addie, please come pee.
what's
I don't
happening right
need
now
to
is
pee.
that even though the course is on world history, it's the goal of it is to be more of an applied understanding of history.
Okay.
And so the teacher basically wants us to understand that history isn't just this grandiose object, but is also something that's happening around us.
Which professor is this again?
Is Wilson.
Let me persuade.
Addie, please come to the bathroom, please.
Do you need help?
Yes, just from you.
I have to go pee.
All right.
Jesus.
This is
After
a
having
pose,
yelled
so
at
I'm gonna
you.
re-roll.
You got a 4?
I got a, well, it's a 5.
Okay.
It's a 6. I'm gonna try one more.
All right, with a Benny to re-roll.
That's still a 6. Let's give it one more shot.
Okay.
Because 6s, you always roll 6s.
I don't always roll 6s.
All right, 6.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
But I'm going to spend a point of extra
I
credit.
know you are.
I rolled a 3, but I'm going to spend a Benny to re-roll
All
it.
right.
That's a 1.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know that I know Professor Wilson. I'll have to... Maybe
well,
he's new.
Actually,
She?
it's the TA who's running this particular section.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense, actually. So you're going over to help Calvin out in the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay, so you walk back to the back of the store and you see Calvin kind of like hanging out by this weird old antique door.
Dude, why you fight me on this?
I didn't need to go to the. I didn't understand.
Yeah, but I sure as hell ain't gonna be like, hey, come break this lock.
Well, she's not reading my text.
Yeah, but somebody could if the cops catch us, take our phones away.
Oh,
Yeah, think about that shit.
okay.
Now, break this lock.
What? Oh, okay. I
Break this
can.
lock, please.
Well, can you like? Oh, but there's a camera.
Yeah, it's not working. I'm pretty sure it's not working.
Okay.
I'll stay in front of you anyways.
Oh,
and I'll
okay.
keep
All right.
the lock.
I will try to unlock this lock.
Pick the lock?
Yeah.
Okay, so this door is not like super out of the way back here. You're pretty visible.
I'll try to
like
cover
there's
it
a
best
little
I
bit
can.
of coverage from the shelves, but there's people milling around back here.
Can I use my jack of all trades to try to get a to try to relearn and see if I can do better?
I don't have a problem with that.
That's
I have a
not.
problem with it.
I do.
You could fail it really badly.
Well, if you fail learning the skill, you just roll it at a d4 minus 2.
No, this is a good idea. You're right. I like this.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I changed my mind.
It
Wait.
has been a while
One
since you've had to
D4.
pick a lock.
What do I roll for this? My
Smarts,
it's not
right?
written on here for some reason. Yeah, I think it's smart.
Well, how are you doing it?
She's pulling up a YouTube video from Lock
Oh,
Kid 72.
on your phone? Huh.
On your phone?
You did this to yourself.
I don't know where else I
You
would
should
have
have
done it.
surreptitiously grabbed a book about lockpicking.
Right.
Give me a d6 roll, please.
That's what young Dom would have done.
I 5 again.
5 again. So it works mostly
Mostly.
right.
Okay, but that's a different sentence.
Hey guys.
What the fuck is that?
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're gonna be talking about
Speed.
how to undo an antique door lock. And remember to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe if you want to learn more about docks and locks and... you can't get the speed to work properly. It's either going too fast or too slow. So it takes a lot of time. But go ahead and give me a roll.
Smash that bell.
I have no negatives, right, at this?
Not as far as I am aware.
I got
Would you
a
like
5, but I'm gonna see if I can get higher.
You know what? -1. What the hell?
I'm just so confused. Oh, I got a 6. I'm gonna try one more time.
Okay.
You're like, we're all having fun here.
No, it's not happening. All right. Well,
Okay, so you spend a lot of time watching an alternately super slow and very fast YouTube video, and somehow you manage to learn nothing new other than what you already knew.
Okay, yeah, I'll just try it. Well,
You aced on the D4.
6.
Okay, now quick question, since I know we got off track with the Jack of all trades thing, but you said you were gonna do something to distract from the fact that she's just standing in the back of the store picking a lock?
I mean, we are near the bathroom. I'm just going to try to cover as best I can to block the view of her doing it.
Okay, and how are you gonna do that other than just stand directly in between her and everyone else doing stuff?
I'll be on the phone on a very, important sounding conversation.
Give me performance.
Okay. It's mostly students listening though, right?
Sure.
Yes, got it.
Double aced. Yeah,
Double aced.
you're fine. This
Cool.
conversation sounds super important. Not only that, very cool. Every now and then as you're having this conversation, talking about like, I don't know, you're talking to your dad about this movie, this thing you're thinking of producing, but you just
no,
need to borrow a little
yeah,
cash
no, I
from
just
him.
15,000. I thought we were being serious.
I don't
here.
need both yachts, just the one yacht. It's okay. I mean, we could maybe do 2.
And
I'll
you
think
notice
about
every
it.
now and then a kid looking up and being like,
2 yachts, sweet.
you managed to pick the lock, Adelaide.
Okay.
Calvin, I got it.
However, you're going to have to be stealthy to go through this door.
All right, cool. Yeah, just
I'll try.
So you're gonna make a stealth roll?
Yep.
All right.
she just did.
It was.
But you didn't
2.
do it till after you said it, so do it over.
Nope.
I will do it over though. Yay! I aced it.
On the D6,
Yes. So 10.
10. That is a success with a raise. Are you the only one going through? Give me stealth.
Okay.
Don't fuck this up.
She's right though.
I didn't.
You got a 5?
Yeah, I got 5.
Okay. Did you kids want to actually ask any questions, or
Keep
were
her
we just going to
busy.
keep
We're
talking
going
about
in?
the class? I mean, it sounds fascinating in a sort of very holistic,
Yes.
esoteric kind of way.
Well, and now that I've explained it, I do have some questions actually. And Josh pulls out his notebook because, of course, he always has his notebook.
Of course, yes, established.
How long have you run this bookstore personally?
Let's see. I think it's been around 11 years that I've run this bookstore.
And do you know anything about the ownership before you started running it? Is it a family thing? Or?
Really, that was information that was given to me by the bank. All right. So, anyways, you guys sneak into the room, and through this door, there is just a very dark, very cramped stairwell that leads up to the left, up to a landing that you can't see. There's a little bit of what looks like natural light coming through from the left side of the landing, and the other side is dark.
Okay. Well, we will close the door behind us and turn on. There's no lights in here, you said? Just barely.
No,
any
no light.
So we will turn on I'll turn on my camera light.
I mean, there's some
My phone.
natural light coming in from up, so it's like dim.
So you can still see. Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay. Great. Then we don't need those. So we'll go upstairs, and is there another door, did you say, or just a landing so far?
So you walk up the stairs,
Yes.
and there is a very small landing. There's 2 archways, one that leads off to your left, and one that leads off to your right. The light is coming in from the one on the left, and looking into there, you see just what looks like a bunch of like boxes and like broken wood and maybe like bags of indeterminate contents. There are windows here that are letting in the light. They look like old-fashioned windows that haven't been kept up in a long time. To the right, there's a darker room that also has some boxes in it and what looks like a bunch of empty bookshelves just kind of ringing the wall. And it smells really musty and kind of like just off up here. In fact, as you guys are standing looking, you hear a little skittering from underneath one of the boxes and what looks like a little movement. You get the impression that there are maybe rats up here.
Was it a cat or something? Are there cats in here or rats?
I mean, I would think rats probably over cats.
Ugh. Gross.
I mean, they can be nice, sweet. Not probably those. Those are probably not fancy rats. But
Well,
anyway, it's not the
Fancy
point.
rats.
I mean, by all means, if you're a rat whisperer, like
No, I'm not. No, I'm just.
I don't know.
saying-
I thought you said it was like rats. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you want to check out these rooms?
Yeah. Let's.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do the left one first.
Okay.
So you guys are going into the well-lit room?
Yes.
Give me a stealth roll.
But we did it like 2 minutes ago.
We were already stealthy.
Whew.
Aced on a d6.
Today's my ace and
You got a 9, okay.
I got a 9.
Looks like a 3, Adelaide.
I had to wear those high heels to the library.
You're spending table extra credit, I take. That's what pointing at that means.
Yeah.
We all agreed to that.
A Benny to re-roll. Not so hot, Addy.
Addy.
I aced it.
Aced it.
5.
5. Okay, so you guys creep into this other room. It is not super huge, and it has what looks like, just a bunch of like broken wooden pieces, some bags of what look like just discarded items tied up in like those black hefty bags. You can look out onto the street below from the windows up here, although they're very grimy and haven't been cleaned in some time. You get the impression that Marilyn doesn't really use the upstairs. Other than that, you don't really see much of note in here.
Okay. Maybe this room isn't the sanctuary.
All right, try the other one.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so you guys walk into the other room.
Mhm.
Give me a stealth roll.
Ah!
He really wants us to get caught.
Ace.
Double ace.
I'm really not gonna do it.
Double ace. Right.
Yeah, except that button doesn't exist. So you,
I got a 5.
okay, and you creep over to this one. This one is darker, mustier, and the smell is worse here. Just kind of this weird sort of like animal vermin smell. There are just kind of piles of, again, broken wooden pieces, and then the walls are lined with empty bookshelves in various states of usability and preservation. You feel your stomach kind of turn over, Adelaide, in this room.
I don't like this room.
Yeah, it ain't the best. Ain't what I want to do on my Thursday night, but here we are. What are we looking for now?
I don't know. I guess we should like look around at some of this stuff and just see what we can find.
Do you guys remember what you are looking for? in here?
A room, a special room that's soundproof and has
components
material
and-
components.
And what's special about the room?
It's a sanctuary.
Right, and how do you
Man,
get
I'm not
it?
Sawyer. I didn't write this
Yeah,
down.
you're not Sawyer. Sawyer's downstairs.
I'll text Sawyer. What are we looking for?
I try and text stuff as we're going back, and
I really don't like. Just when I'm talking to people.
Oh.
it's kind of,
yeah, I understand. Sorry, it's
Ron could also answer. I texted the group.
yeah, okay.
Ron's also not Sawyer.
Ron should, yeah.
I know, but maybe he remembered.
Or maybe he's talking to her now.
Yeah, okay.
Just I thought we were doing an interview, and I don't mean to be rude, but I find that a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. I was just checking in with some of the other group project members and telling them that we were getting some good information here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, okay, so, and he keeps asking some questions, but looks for a place to, be like, to, oh, okay, I think I've gotten some good information. Ron, from an anthropological side of things, do you have any questions about stuff? He's an
I'm sorry, there's an
anthropology-
anthropological side to
Well,
this project?
He's an anthropology major, so we just thought, talking about it in our group project, that he might be interested in kind of taking the same project from that direction.
Fascinating. I would love to see what an anthropological standpoint is on this
I
project.
also don't really know, but Ron tends to know. He talks about these things all the time.
How's
All
that
right.
bus feel, Ron?
What can I help you with?
Anthropology is an interesting subject to study.
I'm sorry, man.
And I just want to step and go like, you mind if I just take a look at some of the books, actually?
Oh, sure, that's what they're there for.
And I'll go look at the books.
And what question did you have, though?
So, anthropology is the study of of civilization,
As we know.
and books are the cornerstone of humanity.
Well, I like to think so.
So what are your favorite books?
My favorite books?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I really like Gilead. I think
Yeah.
it's a fascinating deconstruction of the human, journey through. All right, so
Okay,
yeah.
I text the information to him and then bail out Ron as quickly
What
as I
information
can.
do you
What
text to
is
him?
it?
Basically, just everything I can remember about the.
But I honestly
So,
don't
okay,
remember.
I just
I
want to
had
see if
written-
anyone at the table remembers.
I wrote hidden place behind a secret door. Soundproof.
That's it. You're looking for a secret door.
Yes.
Great.
Great.
Cool.
Soundproof, heavily warded. Judith keeps ritual components stocked.
Well, I was going to start looking for secret things anyway, but
I was going to look for non-secret things until he told
Were
me
you just
that.
waiting for the proper dramatic
you
moment to
just
look
told
for
me.
secret things?
no, that's not the question you asked. We've been doing
I asked what you were
something
looking for.
else. Right, but if we had gone into the room and started looking around, I'd be like, maybe we should like press on walls or something.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I didn't put it in that way.
Give me a notice roll, both of you.
I got a 5.
5.
1 success.
I got a 4.
A 4. Okay, so you guys start just like walking around, and you each take like a bookshelf and just start like pressing things, but looking around the room and realizing how many spots there are to press on a bookshelf and the nearby wall, you realize this is going to take a really long time. But as you're just kind of like looking around in frustration, again, Adelaide, your stomach turns over.
You alright?
Yeah, it's just weird in here. Does this not feel weird to you?
I mean, it smells like funk, but like...
But
Alright.
like, it like gives you the chills, or like makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, or like, I don't know, just feel like, you know when you're on an airplane, it drops and your stomach drops?
I mean, I know what that feels like. I don't
It
feel
feels
like
like that in here.
it's just a dark room, Addie. It's got some rats. I'm afraid of getting bit by a rat, I guess.
Give me a notice roll, Adelaide. That's 2 2s. Not very good notice.
Reroll.
Yeah, do it.
The table reroll, you got it.
Oh, use the clue token. Tell us where the secret door is.
4. Actually, it's not making you feel that way. I mean, yeah, this whole place kind of makes you feel a little bit weird, but your stomach isn't just turning over the whole time you're in here. Both times it's happened, you've been walking around.
Wait, as opposed to just like standing still?
Mhm.
You know, it actually feels like a motion-related thing.
Motion?
Like when I'm walking like this.
She starts to walk by one of the doors, and your stomach turns over.
Like that right there. Oh. Oh,
Alright.
it's like, oh, yeah.
I'll stand next to her, and do I feel anything?
It just
Uh,
doesn't feel right.
Alright, I don't... Is this like a Harry Potter thing? Because I don't know...
Harry, how would it be? What do you
I don't know.
mean?
Harry like feel things when he was like
With
in dark rooms.
Voldemort. It was
I
a Voldemort
don't know what that
location
means.
thing. Okay.
Give me a stealth roll.
Who, me?
Both of you.
Because we're arguing about Harry Potter. Classic us. Oh, I didn't make it. I didn't ace both dice this time.
When you said, ooh, I figured it would be
I
better
didn't
than,
make
ooh, I
it.
The
didn't
dice
make
are
it.
challenging me.
Didn't make it. Ah, damn it.
All right, Benny, to reroll.
I got a 5.
I got a 4.
4. Okay, so you guys are talking and you're trying to figure this stuff out, and you just kind of gently lean forward, and the floorboards just a little bit, just very softly
Oh.
though.
What the fuck was that?
That could have been a lot louder.
Oh, that was okay. Okay.
Let's keep quiet.
Just let's like knock on or push on walls.
well, I mean,
Can I push on this wall? We're by a wall, right?
You're always by a wall in this room. There's no windows in this one.
Well, but we're not in the
And
middle
no
of the room. We're like,
doors.
No, you're kind of like by the edge of one of the doors, over by one of the bookshelves on the wall.
can I just kind of like pull on books or
There's no books; they're all empty.
push on shelves?
Yeah, you start pushing on shelves and
Just-
stuff. Again, as previously established, this is going to take a long time. There's a lot of different things to push on and mess with. You don't know how long this is going to take.
Sure, I'm still just messing with stuff. I mean,
Wait.
right?
I don't know if we said it, but we do have our flashlights on our phones.
On your phones? Sure.
Yes.
There is a door you're next to, right?
No.
Is
Nope.
that a
There's no
different?
doors.
There's
So you
a.
walked by a door?
No.
That's what you're feeling?
I thought.
Yeah.
She walked one direction and felt her stomach flow.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe like trust your gut. Like maybe that's trying to tell you something.
Stay
Although if
away.
it's- yeah, that's kind of what I feel too. So should we leave? Should we?
Okay, but
Oh,
like,
wait, I got an idea.
what?
Rosa, you here?
Like
You
Carl?
drove here, right?
Rosa?
Yeah. She's good, by the way. She can like leave the car.
A young girl. Oh no, you don't see her. Never mind. But suddenly you just
yet.
feel cold from behind you,
Me?
Calvin.
Or
Rosa.
You also feel cold.
No, oh.
Don't.
Did
I
you get
think
cold in
that's
here?
her. Yeah. I
What?
think that's her.
Oh.
Just chill. Oh, she's right there.
Where?
Right in front of me. You're gonna have to work with me because
Wait,
nobody
you
can
can
see.
see her?
Yes.
How? You couldn't see her before, right?
No, this is new. This is new. Hey, Rosa.
Where is
sorry.
she?
No, would you stop that quick?
Where is she?
She's
though?
there. You're being rude to ghosts.
Well,
Damn.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be rude. I just don't understand. Like, why
I know.
can you
I'm sorry.
see
Yeah.
her?
It's because
and
I'm
I
the
can't?
chosen one. Okay, calm down.
Hang on. Chosen one for what?
I don't know. I can see the ghost. I'm sorry. This room, does it feel? Can you feel things? We're looking for like a secret sort of thing in this room, and you could probably walk through the walls and.
What did she say?
She's not saying anything.
What is she doing?
Thinks your stomach's upset. I don't know what's happening.
My stomach was also feeling upset when I walked past this.
No. Maybe this is like she doesn't like. We couldn't see any. I mean, it's gonna take forever to search the room. We gotta do it quick. So we're trying to see if there's a room. We know there's a room, a soundproof room that we can't see.
The ritual room with components and stuff.
She says
Is
shut
that-
up. She says shut up.
So she
What?
just kind of starts like floating around and just sort of like putting her arm through
What's
like
happening?
different spots on the wall. And she gets over right next to the place that Adelaide kept saying her stomach was feeling weird. And she tries to put her arm through the wall and seems like she can't.
Right there. Right there.
Right where? What? Right where?
Stand right here. Stand right here.
Then she tries to like float through the bookcase and can't.
What's
Oh,
happening?
It's made out of like some ghost room that they can't
What?
go through. Ghosts can't go through it. I don't know what it is.
Heavily warded.
So ghosts can go through things?
Yeah. What?
Well, I just don't like. You never know how ghosts are gonna
Have
work.
we
They're
met
not-
like 3 ghosts already? Like,
Yes, but I don't normally see them like this.
you don't see them at all. Just it's cool. Just let me do it. No. Please don't leave. No, I'm
What?
sorry, Adelaide. Just let me do this. Rosa's saying she can't get through the wall, which means, like Sawyer had said before, and I listened. Heavily warded.
There's a bookshelf here that she can't push through.
All right, help me move this.
Okay.
We slide it out.
Okay, so you guys go over to slide the bookshelf out, and you cannot.
All right. So this thing moves somehow.
Okay,
Look for like a
yeah, press things or
is there like a switch somewhere.
Give me another notice roll.
We gotta do better than a 1 success, I think.
probably.
No, you have to be looking in the right place.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I aced it.
now.
I got an 8.
An 8, okay.
No, I got a 9, but it doesn't matter.
4.
2 successes.
Okay, so you, Adelaide, are still pushing on things, but your stomach is just feeling
Oh.
really weird right
No,
here.
this is-
Calvin,
I'm gonna be
up
sick.
in the top corner of the bookshelf, you see what looks like a tiny little latch, and when you just pull it, there is this creaking noise as the bookshelf just separates from the wall, just a touch, revealing an opening behind it.
Oh.
This is it.
You found you found it. Okay,
Thank you. Thank
go
you.
in-
Yeah.
Thank you.
You
Yes,
can go.
thank you. I mean, you could stay.
She just like floats off while Adelaide is still
You
talking
can still
to her.
stay if you want to. I mean, you know, you don't just have to go. If you don't want,
She's gone.
Well, you didn't tell me. I didn't know she was gone.
Stop acting like.
Acting
forget
like
it.
what?
Nothing. It's fine. Help me get this open.
Okay.
Behind this, just darkness.
Oh, slash.
Lights out. Let's do it.
You hold up your phone flashlights. Can I get a d6 roll?
Damn it.
What? Oh.
Cause you
I
cursed.
was like, why?
You cursed AF.
Fine. It's a 5.
Works
Dang.
normal, mostly.
It only comes out at night.
You're cursed.
So you guys shine your lights into the room, and for some reason they don't seem to penetrate it super well. You get vague impressions of bookshelves and something shiny on the floor, but then you both hear, hello? Give me spirit rolls.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Dead.
Oh, that's a 1 and
That
a
was
2.
real close. Show how it's done, Eddie. Nice.
Damn it. I have nothing to reroll with.
I mean, there is a table Benny here in the form of the cheat token.
My 700th ace of the day. 8.
8?
3.
3. Okay, yeah, Adelaide, you failed. So give me a d20 roll.
Wow, you just took it. Okay.
I don't have anything I can do.
You could have used the cheap one.
13.
Oh no, it's not a good face for a damn me.
Oh, that does seem like rolling 13 might be.
Minor phobia.
Oh.
And Adelaide, I'm gonna say it is of the dark.
Oh god. Oh. Okay. That won't bother us, I'm sure.
Do I have that
We don't
forever
do
now?
You have it
Every
forever. For some reason, you've just been on edge since you got up into this room. All of your senses are just kind of like firing in weird ways, and you keep getting that weird sensation of your stomach turning over. And as soon as this opened, you just felt this strange energy coming from this room. So you were already on edge, and then to hear what sounds like a frightened young woman's voice come out of the darkness, it was just too much, and it's all you can do to not just cry out. You clapped your hands over your mouth to keep from screaming. Is someone there?
I'm gonna take a step forward. Is the voice coming from out of the room?
It's coming from inside of the room.
I'm gonna take a step forward.
So you take a step forward and kind of angle your phone light over towards where the voice is coming from. And in the back corner of the room, in a dark corner that the light from your phone doesn't appear to be able to accurately pierce, there looks to be a young woman just kind of sitting huddled on the ground. She is dressed in very outmoded clothes. She looks like something from like a black and white TV show that your parents used to watch. And she's just sitting on the ground. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but can you,
Oh.
do you need help?
Cheapers, no one's been able to hear me in ages.
How long?
Feels like forever. Can you help me out?
Yeah, I'll put my phone away and just use her light to go over there. Is she okay?
So you walk over, and in the light you see there is what looks like some sort of weird chalk outline around her on the ground, with like some sort of like weird drawings and symbols and stuff in it. I can't leave.
What do you mean?
I'm stuck.
What stuck like in like your leg is stuck in something or?
No. There's this circle here. You see it? The chalk circle?
Eddie, what is that?
What does it look like? Would it be something I'd recognize?
Give me a cult.
Ooh, occult. Ooh.
5.
A 5? You've never seen one of these before, but Lauren's talked about something like this in conjunction with your special reserves conversations. It looks like some sort of like warding circle or something. I don't. There's definitely something to these symbols. Some of them look familiar. There's something mystical about this.
So that looks like a ward, which usually is there to like keep something bad away.
Yeah, some witches trapped me in here, and I've been in here for what feels like forever, and I've been screaming and crying out, but no one comes.
Why would witches trap you?
I don't know.
Who were you again?
My name's Judith.
Judith. Do you know Ralph?
Listen, you're asking a lot of questions, and I just really don't want to be in here anymore. Maybe we could talk afterwards, outside.
Definitely.
I haven't seen the sun in what feels like a really long time.
Okay, just one second. And I want to kind of pull Calvin to the side and be like, so,
Warding, I don't, like, what if that's there to keep her contained?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be also to keep her safe for some reason. I don't know.
It's like a ghost trap in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, kind of like that, maybe. So but I don't know how we can know.
Are you guys communicating anything at all to the two
That's
downstairs?
exactly what I'm asking.
Yes, I will update them at this point.
Can I
And let them know.
try and read her aura?
Yes.
Did you mention the name Judith in your text
Yes,
to me?
because that's why I knew I heard it before. I just didn't know where.
Then I'll respond that it specifically said in the book that Judith is the one who keeps the ritual components stocked, and has like the thing there.
From the 50s.
Yes,
Right, this is spirit then.
All right.
that name is mentioned.
Cool.
Also,
We should probably try and find a way out there.
5?
Yeah.
You get no read on her whatsoever. You don't see an aura of any kind. You're guessing there might be some interference from this circle. Please, I've been in here so long. I just want to get outside. My friends are probably worried.
How long you been in here? What was your birthday? When were you born?
When I already told you, it feels like forever.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a notice roll at a -2.
It does feel like forever. At a -2?
Yes.
Damn, failed.
Am I at a -2 in general in here because it's dark? Or if
No, you have your phone lights.
Okay.
Crit fail.
But you have your phone lights.
Nope. You drop your phone, and you hear a crunch as the screen cracks and the light goes out.
I think that you should turn on your light,
Yeah,
please.
I got it.
Turn on your light, okay?
I got it.
Just calm down, please. Please, can you just break the chalk line? I can't do it from in here.
Hey, what? Why didn't you just use your phone to call for help?
Well, I don't have a phone here.
You don't have a cell phone?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, she don't know a cell phone. She's something else.
Yeah, well, that book seemed to be from the 40s or 50s, so I guess it makes sense if...
So you guys got this
40s or
text.
50s.
Yes.
Are you doing anything downstairs?
Yeah, I think
We know it's by the bathroom. Because I said, come pee, Adelaide. And we'll see that door when you get there.
Okay, so that's 5 books that you like. What are 5 books you don't like?
Well, I mean, that's tall. I've never been a big fan of the Xanth series. I feel like it's misogynistic.
Piers Anthony had a lot of issues. Look, I come up. Okay, ma'am. Do you know anything else about what this store was used for by the people who came here before, who owned it before you did?
Believe they sold books.
Do you have any names of the people who worked here before?
There was a Ralph, as you said.
Anything else?
I don't remember. That was the only name listed on the
Have
store.
you found anything interesting of theirs since you've been here?
Of whose?
Of Ralph's?
And there's some old junk upstairs, but it's just junk.
Would you mind if I was able to go through some of it, perhaps?
It's a little bit unsafe up there. I have it, that part hasn't been renovated. I'm not entirely sure the floors are sound. I'd rather not let anyone upstairs. Plus, everyone's always trying to get up there to neck.
Well, I assure you, I'm not interested in necking.
I mean, that is what you would say.
Okay, well, I think the two of us have got I think we have all the information that we need. If you wouldn't mind, we'd probably like to just walk around and get a feel for the store. Just
I thought you already did that earlier.
Well, now that we know the history from you a little bit more, I think it might just be better to reflect on it. Maybe take a couple pictures, just add to the report.
Sure, do whatever you need. And if you want any drinks or pastries, just let me know.
Okay, great. So she's within clear view of the thing way upstairs.
I mean, she can see the door is somewhat obscured by bookshelves, but it's pretty visible.
Yeah. Ron, I think we've got to get up there. We've got to figure out what's going on. So, we text with them. Maybe even call them.
Judith's up here.
Okay, I haven't seen someone in a really long time. Can you please just let me out?
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
We're trying to make it sure it's safe first.
Yeah, for us, for everyone.
For you.
Even you.
Why would it not be safe?
I don't know.
Because who locked you in here? Witches. Witches be crazy, and there's witches out here.
Give me another notice roll at a -2.
Both of us? Or
Yes.
just him?
I want to try and make my way up like, see if that door's still open and try and discreetly go up.
Then give me a stealth roll.
C. 7.
7.
Damn it, so
2.
close.
For just a moment, and maybe it's a trick of the light, something seems weird about her face when she gets mad.
I got a 6.
A 6?
Uh-huh.
All right, so you kind of find the door and just push it open and see the stairs leading up. Ron, what are you doing?
I'm gonna give him a minute, and then once he's safely up there, then I'm just gonna bathroom break.
He says bathroom break.
And then walks over there.
You see a kid nearby look up from his book.
Yeah, the man knows what he wants.
This guy's got it.
And then you're also going to
And
try
then
and go
I'm
through the
also
door?
gonna-
All right,
yeah.
give me stealth.
Well, that's cocked.
Wasn't the other one aced?
Yeah.
An
Okay.
8. All right, yeah, you also make it through the door. And Sawyer, were you waiting for Ron, or did you go upstairs?
I imagine I kind of like went through the door and went like up a couple stairs and then kind of like waited for Ron.
Okay, so now you guys are both in the
Yeah, and
in the.
I will
Little
close
stairwell.
the door behind me.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear noise from up to the right. Sounds like voices.
Alright, we should just
let's
go.
just
Let's
be
just
careful.
close the door and leave and pretend we
No, no,
haven't
don't
seen
leave! You can't leave me in here!
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like,
What do you mean you're sorry?
We should try to figure
what
out.
if she does need help, though?
Just
I
let
know,
me
that's-
out!
We don't know who you are, and we're not supposed to talk to a
Judith!
stranger. I know, but what does that mean? I could just say I'm Judith, and it doesn't make any difference, you know?
But I don't know what to tell you. I've been trapped up here. I don't
Just
know what
walk
kind
out.
of people won't help a young woman in need.
Just walk over that thing.
At this
and then-
point, you guys can hear this and see the open bookshelf.
Can you get Rosa to...
Guys.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, please, help me out. I'm trapped in here. I just need someone to break this chalk circle.
Yeah, this is Judith.
Okay, Judith, can you answer some questions for us?
I can answer any question you want once you let me out.
All right.
They've already been asking me endless questions instead of just helping a girl.
You could just be looking like Judith. We don't know what you are.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Look, the fact that you can't cross this line.
I explained to them I was trapped here by witches.
Yeah.
Good witches? Bad witches?
Witches? What do you think?
All right. Who's
No
Ralph?
good witches here.
Ralph? Ralph, he's one of the protectors. Like me.
I asked about...
Okay.
You know Ralph. Where has he been?
Protectors of what?
And who is Creighton?
Creighton, another one of my friends. You know them? Did they send you here? Why are you dressed so strangely?
What year do you think it is?
I'm trying very hard to be patient,
Does
but
it
I've been up here
seem-
for a very long time, and I just don't want to be in this
Wait.
dark room anymore.
Were Ralph and Creighton the ones who sealed you here?
No.
Does it seem like she's like telling the truth about all this?
Give me a notice roll.
All right. Ah, that's not the roll.
At a -2.
Because you dropped.
There must be punishment.
All right, so that's just a 6.
How much for mistakes?
Okay. Which is a success, right?
Mhm.
As she's talking, and especially when Calvin asks her what year it is, something just very briefly seems strange about her face. But you're not sure if it's just like the cell phone lights or what. I just, please, I'm happy to tell you everything you need to know. I just want to see the sun.
I mean, it's nighttime. You're not gonna see it anyways, so.
Look, something seems odd
You seem kind.
about her, but
Can you please just help me out?
she does seem to know the names. It seems like she might be.
Vampire 54, thank you very much
yeah,
for the
but
tip.
like, you know,
Trooper.
if you were like a serial killer and you murdered people, you probably know their names too. You know?
Can you help me? Ron, give me a spirit roll.
This is
No,
sketch,
I was
man.
like, did you just say Ron's name?
No,
This is sketch as shit, man. Let's just go. This is creepy.
we've got to find out what's going on.
5.
5? Please.
I mean, you seem...
I'm just a student here at the university.
What university?
I can't remember what it was
Wait.
called back then, but it had a different name.
Wait. So when I hear him ask that, I turn and I want to say, "Are you a student at East Texas University?"
No, I don't know what that is. Is that a different school?
No.
I go to the name of the school that it was before
Right.
at that time period.
That's what I'm checking. It's like Texas. No,
Wasn't it SETI? Wasn't it?
It's like right in the front of the book.
Southeast Texas Institute of
Yeah.
Technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I think.
Something.
Like that.
yeah.
Sure. We know it.
All right. I think
Let's check
let's
out.
just go. Let's just tell Glenn Mac.
No, we
found a ghost
look,
in the attic.
we can't just leave her here, okay? Even if she is something other than what she
Thank
says
you.
she is, we need to figure out what it
Please,
is.
you
Well,
seem
I
very
agree.
kind. Can you help me?
With that, but
Give me a spirit
I
roll.
also
Sawyer.
My spirit's good.
That's good.
Your spirit crit
No.
fail. Your spirit crit fail.
My spirit bad.
My spirit.
My spirit bad.
You look at her, and suddenly it's like just you see the situation for what it is. She's frightened. She's terrified. She's traumatized. She's in need of help, and she's reaching out to you specifically. And all you have to do is just brush this chalk line aside. That's very simple, and you can do it. You're gonna be a hero, Sawyer.
Guys, this is ridiculous. She's a woman trapped in a attic.
Oh.
We've got to stop it. And I just put my
wait,
foot out and
But wait for
So he puts his foot out and just breaks the chalk line. And because the Alumni Association unlocked I Want to Be an Influencer, they gave Judith a little bit of influence. And as you break
Wasn't
the
there.
circle, she just stares at you and starts to smile. And her eyes light up, making her look much like this.
Let me
in
see,
the
let me
room.
see. I can't see it from here.
Oh, honey, you've made a big mistake. And she starts to change and morph, not into the form of a young woman from the 50s. She grows in size until she looks much more like this.
No, it's not the.
I'm gonna need a spirit roll from all of you guys. Grad student Pope, thank you very much for the tip.
Thank you.
Grav, that looks a little bit like I imagined the Shrike looking.
That's what I said. Well, you're doing a bit. I get it.
What roll are we doing again?
Spirit.
Sprint. No minuses. Oh, you said minus.
No minuses.
Oh, you didn't. Okay. I thought you did.
Here you go.
Come on, Addie.
Benny to re-roll.
Hang on.
I got
Alright.
an 11.
I got a
11,
5 on
yeah.
this one.
A 5?
No crit fails this time.
I was trying to find my new hindrance on here.
It doesn't affect this.
It doesn't?
No.
Okay, that affected. It's not hindrance, edge.
Oh.
Okay, crap. I want to use that to re-roll?
The table,
Okay.
Benny?
Yeah.
We
Go for
definitely
it.
don't need clues anymore. Everything's out in the bag. Oh no.
A 1 and a 2. What'd you get, Calvin?
I got a 7, so I'm good.
Okay, give me a d20 roll, Adelaide.
I'm sorry. Addie's dead though.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Ooh.
It's a 12.
A 12! Adelaide,
than
you are panicked.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Okay.
You are shaken, and
Uh-huh.
all you can do is try and leave this room.
I mean, that's what I do anyway.
We are in a combat.
Oh, I guess I'm not leaving. Cool.
Cool. Supernatural being.
Ron Stevens.
Yeah.
6 of hearts. Sawyer. Joker!
I get 2 options.
Oh, I'm sorry. Or a 6 of clubs.
I'll pick the Joker.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yay!
Benny for you. Benny for
What was
Ron.
the other
Benny
Joker?
for Adelaide. Benny for Calvin.
You would have ruined it.
It's that
No, it
guy,
wouldn't make a difference.
lady guy.
Because he's got a...
2 of diamonds.
He would have given the Joker to her.
Oh.
7 of hearts.
I think technically he's supposed to reshuffle the...
9 of
Oh, in the middle
clubs.
of this?
Maybe.
No, not in the middle of a round.
But can you do Joker?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Is my nose bleeding?
Your nose is bleeding?
A little bit. Okay, it's
Oh,
fine.
maybe.
I'm totally
Why
fine.
is it bleeding?
I don't
Just
know.
dry.
Let's keep
Is it
going.
because-
Like
of
a
the
tissue?
ritual?
Give him a tissue.
All right, first up is going to be Sawyer at any point. This thing is just standing in the middle of the room, just leering down at all of you. Its voice has changed. Its elongated teeth, its huge legs, and its very, very spiky back. It's just leering at you with no eyes. Prepare to meet your end, children.
Okay. So
Cool.
I don't have anything. Is there anything in the room? Like, can you paint this room for us a little bit?
The room is a very small room, about 15 by 20 feet. There are shelves on some walls. There's a brass circle in the middle of the floor. There's the chalk circle over in the corner, and there are just various different implements on the shelves, but it's hard to tell. It's dark.
Okay.
Haven't you done enough?
So first up is going to be the thing, unless you go, Sawyer.
I'm just going to try and run to the other side of the room.
Okay.
Just to not be right next to it.
Okay, so you are right next to it, so
Yeah.
it is going to get a free attack against you.
Sure.
Okay. So as you try and just back away and just flee, it just slashes out with one of its arms.
I don't. Yeah, it's like I don't think I have a better chance of not getting hit if I stand.
I got
next
a
to it.
4 and a 2, but I'm going to spend an extra credit point to reroll that. 6. What is your parry?
It's 4.
4. All right, so that is going to be a hit. 9 damage to you, Sawyer.
My toughness is 5.
Okay, so that is going to be a hit with a
rage.
rage. You would be shaken and wounded as it slashes into your back.
Okay, I will try and soak.
Okay. Spend a Benny. Make a vigor roll.
Make a vigor
And don't forget to add +2 to it, because you're Joker.
Hey,
Yes.
you good?
Okay, I did plenty. I got a 11, 13.
Okay, so as it reaches out to slash at you, you just kind of like bend yourself forward, just trying to get out of its range, and you just barely feel the tips of its claws graze against your back as you move away from it. What are you doing?
I want to run to the other side of the room and check out the implements and stuff and see if there's anything.
Give me a notice roll.
Okay. That is a 8.
Okay, so you're casting about desperately in the room, and you see a shelf here, and there's all kinds of like stuff in jars and weird things on it. You see what looks like a metal rod just lying on the shelf as well.
Okay, I'll just grab that.
All right.
Something I could.
You grab the metal rod, hand in your card.
Hand it in.
Next up is this thing. So you are over by the doorway still, I assume, right? You guys are in the middle of the room, and you ran away from it, so I'm going to give it odds, evens. Odds, Adelaide. The thing turns on you, no matter. There's plenty within reach. And it just rushes you and slashes at you with both of its claws.
Man, we should have left. Ooh, that's a lot of dice. much?
I am going to spend a point of extra credit to re-roll those.
Why didn't I do that? Can't do better.
Aced on a D8.
No!
12. What is your parry?
5.
5?
Yeah.
1 misses. 1 is absolutely a hit with a
Wait,
raise.
12?
Yeah, 8 plus 4.
Oh, it wasn't the other dice too, wasn't it? Damage? Oh, that was
No
the attack.
damage, no.
Oh, my bad.
You gotta hit.
Oh, thank goodness. That wasn't damage.
I don't. I'll spend a Benny on damage. Re-rolling that. That was 9.
Oh, okay.
How about 10?
Oh!
I'll do 10
gotcha.
damage. What's your toughness?
5.
5. Okay, so you will be shaken and wounded, Adelaide.
I will soak it with vigor,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, you got to spend a Benny though. Thank you.
There goes that thing.
Nice. Aced it.
I aced it for a
Success with the race, so you also managed to get out of the way.
Ooh.
Ugh! It's been a while since I've hunted children.
Man, we ain't children.
All right, that's its turn. Next up,
No, right.
I think that's me.
All right.
7. Am I close to a shelf? To be able to grab something?
what are you trying to grab?
If there's, you said there was jars.
Yep, grab a jar.
I want to grab the closest jar filled with something heavy, maybe, and throw it at that person.
Okay, give me athletics. You reach out and grab an indeterminate jar and throw it.
That's a cool jar. Ace. Ace.
Whoa.
Wow.
14.
14.
Yes.
Okay, so that is a hit with a raise.
Got him.
So roll strength plus D4 plus a D6.
Plus a D4 plus a D6. Oh, that's garbage. That's only
5 damage.
5. I can use a coin to reroll that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I could do way better than 5. That's a 5.
That's also a 5.
I'm gonna spend a Benny.
You can
Because
do
I
that.
feel like 5 isn't.
Go, Benny, go!
Come on. Oh, okay, that's much better. So it's 10 so far, and I aced on a d6.
Okay.
10 so far, aced on a d6, plus 4 is 14.
14.
Plus bullseye, double it.
That's a ranged attack, right?
It is a ranged attack.
Okay. All right. So you're doubling it to 28, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
So you throw this jar, and you do 14 damage.
Okay. Cool.
Which is still a hit with 2 raises.
Woohoo! Yeah.
So you throw the jar, and the jar just kind of thunks against the thing, and it just reacts with shock, and as it finishes impacting it, the jar shatters, releasing some sort of like dirt that scatters to the floor, but you see the shards of the glass from the jar just cut into this thing a little bit.
Eat shit.
You instead.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that. Eat shit thing.
It is shaken and does have 2 wounds.
Ooh, got him.
All right, hand in your card. Next up.
Just if only someone
Ron.
really
Can
cool
I
was going after
see
me.
if there's any chalk anywhere? Any more chalk?
Give me a notice roll.
Oh, that's a good idea.
5. 4.
Yeah, over on one shelf you see what looks like just a little piece of chalk.
I'm gonna try and grab the chalk.
All right, you grab it.
Yeah, and try to recomplete the circle because this thing hasn't moved outside of the circle.
It has actually.
Oh, it
yes.
has?
Yeah, it charged after Adelaide.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and push it back into the circle.
You're gonna try and push it back into the circle.
Nice.
Okay, so that's going to be an athletics roll opposed by its strength.
Great. Okay.
Come on, Ron. Come on, Ron. You got this.
It's a 5.
It does have -2, unless it has something to ignore those, which is possible. But
Right.
just saying, this might be a little easier.
Aced on a d6. Yes. It's 11.
11?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I got a 6. It's gonna spend a Benny to re-roll that. And it does it with such elan.
Oh, cool.
I miss Alon.
That's a 9. So I'll spend another Benny on that.
Crit fail.
Oh, it actually is just a 7 because of the -2.
Oh, so close.
It does not beat that. So you got an 11.
Yeah.
The best it got was a 7, so you beat it by a raise. So yes, you can shove it back into the circle.
Okay.
All right, so you just kind of bull rush it, and it staggers back. What are you doing, impudent child?
Hold it here.
Adelaide.
This is big.
Running again? Oh, I have to unshake first.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Bigger, right?
Come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. Come on. You didn't do it.
You did not unshake. Adelaide, you are just freaking out, and you leave the room. You run out into the dark room and out into the landing and start down the stairs.
Eddie, where you go? Oh, shit.
This is James Bogan during the TPK.
Next round, new deck of
We're doing
cards.
much better than that.
10 of hearts,
Oh, wow.
King of spades,
I'm no romantic.
Also,
King of hearts.
I'll keep King of Spades.
Good choice. 5 of diamonds, 9 of clubs, 8 of clubs. But you know what? I'll spend a Benny
But
to
why?
redraw, and I'll keep the 8 because the other one's a 7.
Thank you.
All right, first up, Sawyer.
All right, so Sawyer is gonna grab the bar that he has in it quick, and he's gonna run back towards it and yell, "Maybe see if we can recreate the circle!" And try and just like whack at the and basically try and help Ron, who's like pushing her back, and just like kind of beat at her.
Okay,
So I'll attack her.
give me fighting.
Fight! 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 Fight!
That's what he says when he
That's his battle cry, and it seems to be
Fight!
working.
Fight! 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 I got a 9.
A 9. A 9 will hit. Roll damage, which is going to be strength plus a d4. This is not a very big iron bar.
Okay. So
Strength.
I just need another d4. Wait, no, I have a d6 strength. What am I saying?
I don't know.
That's a 5.
5.
I'm gonna re-roll it once.
Okay.
With some extra credit.
Ace it on the d4.
So 7.
7 and then 8.
8. All right, so you rush up to it. It is still shaken, and you just swing at it with this iron bar. And as you do, the iron bar makes a solid contact with the center of this thing, and it tears open a gash in front of it, almost like a hot knife through butter. And this black smoke starts to spew out, and it shrieks this noise, "Iron! Ugh! This is not worth my time. I am freed here, and there's no way you can stop what is coming." And it, all of a sudden, that smoke starts to keep billowing out of it until the room is filled with this sulfuric, choking smoke that stings your eyes and invades your lungs and makes you double over hacking. And when the smoke clears, the thing is gone. Hand in your cards.
Is it gone?
Am I still running?
You suddenly come to when you hear this shrieking noise, and you hear everyone shouting up there. You realize you've abandoned your friends.
No, I don't do that.
No, we're leaving as you can,
Guys,
probably.
I am so sorry. I knew that there was a chance that something like that was there, and I don't know why I let that thing out.
Seems
Yeah.
like it maybe had some kind of powers of its own, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure the demon did something, man. It wasn't you. It's
For
cool.
a moment there, it just seemed like the obvious thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't do it again. Or try not to.
Tempting,
We
but-
should leave, though, because people probably heard us screaming and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a soundproof room.
Oh, right.
They soundproofed the room. Look,
Okay.
since the thing is gone, I think we need to search this room and find out if there's anything still relevant.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys search. I'm going to be by the stairs to see if anybody's coming.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So with your cell phones out, you can light up the room, and you also notice there are what look like a couple of like lanterns inset in the wall that have some oil in them. You do have your lighter with you, and you light the lanterns. As the fire springs to light, the room suddenly seems much less threatening and a little bit brighter. You can now see in this room there are shelves along the walls, some of which have books of many different shapes and sizes and various different ages, some of which have jars with strange-looking things inside of them. There's a brass circle nailed into the center of the floor in the middle of the room, and on the far wall, there is what looks like a huge map of Pine Box, and there are many colored strings running in lines all across the map, but they all converge over what looks like one spot outside of town.
Can I take a picture of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll take a picture of that, and I'll probably take a picture of some of the like. I'm just gonna try to take pictures of
The
things.
three of you who are in the room looking at that thing, give me a common knowledge roll.
Oh boy. Go ahead. Aced it.
Yay!
8.
8, success with a raise.
14.
14, success with 2 raises.
4.
4, a success. So the three of you are kind of looking around, and you all walk over to this giant map, pictured here behind Judith on the wall there.
Official.
And looking at it, you see it's outside of town. It seems to be over the big thicket somewhere. Wait, you recognize this spot as you all say in succession, the burn. The burn.
The burn.
The burn.
Now do it in real life.
The burn.
There we go. Well, who got burned?
No.
Would I miss a burn?
No, there's a map about, well, you know, the burn in the town.
Oh, right, yeah.
Ron, as you're looking at that, you just kind of look down to the side, and there's a small table with a framed photograph on it. And there are a bunch of people in this photograph, and they seem familiar.
I think what's more important on this map, though, is what these other pins are for.
Wait a minute. Who are these people?
What?
Then you see her, Nina Castle.
That
And then the others from the photo that was mailed to you after Jackson disappeared, the photo you were supposed to keep secret and keep safe. Your best guess is these are the Pine Box protectors.
It's Nina and all the others.
Oh.
These are the protectors.
This was their sanctuary. This was their secret meeting room.
Well,
This is where they planned something or had an idea about something going on in Pine Box.
well, whatever it was they were protecting people from, we might have just let part of it back out.
Yeah.
Most works were.
And on that note, we will end for the evening. After discovering the sanctuary of the Pine Box Protectors upstairs in Mary Lynn's used bookshop, there are many more questions that remain to be answered and less answers than would have been helpful.
And I like half of you, half as much as I should, and the other half.
But that is where we will leave off tonight. Thank you very much to the Alumni Association for unlocking everything. Of course, I Want to Be an Influencer allowed Judith to influence Sawyer here. And we do have a couple more toasts. Raise your red solo cups. Vampire54 bought us a shot. Come into the circle. The evil just wants to play. All it wants to do is eat your soul. It's not unreasonable. It's not going to eat your eyes. Raise them up and chug. Thank you very much, Vampire54, for that Jonathan Colton reference.
Classic.
And grad student Pope bought us a shot. May your crit fails at least be entertaining. Raise them up and chug. Thank you very much to grad student Pope. Guys, many more questions remain here in East Texas University for the study group, but in order to find out what the answers to some of those questions may be, you will have to join us next week, Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific time here on twitch.tv/SavingThrowShow for the continuation of Wildcards. Thank you very much for being here, and very quickly, before we go, I do just want to say one thing. To those of you who have sent me messages on Discord about mystery box cards or many other things to which I have not yet responded, I just want to let you know, things have been a bit tense lately for me. So if I am being a bit slower in posting some of the polls for what to do with the extra credit or things like that, rest assured I have not forgotten about you guys, and I am going to take care of that stuff. I just have a few other things I have to catch up on first, but I just wanted to let you know I'm not ignoring you, and I will get around to it, so rest assured it is going to happen. Thank you to all of you here at the table for playing tonight. A big thank you to the two Mana Dorks who will be back in the saddle on Monday night at 8 p.m., correct?
That's the plan.
For some more Magic Arena, and you can't find two bigger dorks for mana than the two of these guys here, so be sure you tune in Monday night for some MTG action.
Keep me company.
Keep Dom company
Keep
in
Dom
the chat.
sane.
A big thank you to Rick Bear for running everything behind the scenes again. Thank you very much to Rick.
Thank you to I Shoot First for this really cool. We're charging it. Oh, okay.
Yes, a very cool Bluetooth speaker light up skull that we will hopefully be able to display
he made.
next time, that has been made by him and sent to us. Thank you very much to I Shoot First
Wait, do you
13
guys
for
think
that.
it's a real skull?
It is absolutely
Yeah,
a real
definitely.
purple skull. But we will have that up and working soon.
See it.
Okay,
first.
but we're gonna show it to
Sorry.
you first.
So yeah.
Oh, and it
See?
changes
What if I want
colors.
a different color?
Oh well.
There's
here,
no
you can do
way.
that.
There's no way a magical skull
I
could
don't
turn a
know.
different color.
Ridiculous.
Wait.
Red's kind of
Absurd.
overdone
There we
with
go.
skull.
Now it's green!
Is that blue?
This is very,
that's
very
the shifting.
cool.
That's the shifting setting.
I Shoot
Okay.
First 13. We're very excited about this. So thank you
you.
so
We like
much for
lights and
making that and
skulls.
sending it to us.
Yes, thank you.
And then also, I will let you guys know on Sunday at 4 p.m. I think Pacific time.
I think so.
I hope Pacific time, or else I'm going to be late. Saving Throw will be hosting, but not running, an all Marshals game of Deadlands Reloaded. It's going to be me, Gunslinger Andy, Relative D-Pod, the Hussman, and Marshal Caleb from Sounds Like Crows, all people who typically run Deadlands Reloaded, playing in a game of Deadlands Reloaded. That is going to be a Roll20
Except
stream.
for the husband, who will also
Except for the husband, who will still be running it. Yes. But that is going to be this Sunday, so pay attention to at least my social for that. I'll be posting some details about that.
We'll be also posting.
We will. So that's going to be on Sunday. So thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank me for being here. And until next time, go Ravens! Caw! Caw!